Really? Have I pressed buttons? Yes, I have. Ah, wonderful. We are working. Wonderful. How are we doing? Good evening, everyone. How's it going? Happy Wednesday. Happy hump day. Sorting life out back here. Hope we're all doing well. Ready to venture out once more into the dim reaches of the Starfield. Quite excited. I'm looking forward to this. Barrett's been driving me nuts the last couple of days, so I'm gonna go and get his stuff attended to first, and then hopefully he'll be slightly less aggravating. So I've been working on a new outpost video for which I hope will be up tomorrow. I needed to do tonight's stream before I could actually record the tour for it. Everything else is done. Because Barrett won't get that back out of the way. So, yeah, we need to prioritise getting his quest done so that I can actually get him out of the way and make this darn video, because he's literally preventing me from finishing the video at the moment. Which got him beaten with a, I believe it was a Kadama, repeatedly, because he was driving me a bit nuts. And, yeah, I can't make him wait anywhere, so he was just following me around while I was trying to build this outpost and getting in the way when I was placing stuff. And I'd put down a workbench, and he'd immediately jump on the workbench and start using it. I was like, dude, I haven't finished placing that yet. Can you, maybe off? And I'd come out of the build menu, talk to him to stop him using it, and he'd be back on the bloody thing before I got back into the build menu and moved it. So I was quite frustrated with his efforts to be a pain in my backside. So, yeah. We're going to do something about that. Anyway, rant over. Hope you're all doing well. Evening, Steve. Evening, Alex. How you doing? Now, once we have attended to Barrett's need for a kick in the posterior, then we shall skip this extremely quiet song. I think that's better. Then we'll head back to Neon and continue our efforts on behalf of the Crimson Fleet. I say efforts, it's our efforts to undermine them, really, but you know. That's the plan for the evening, anyway. Should be good, I think. I bought and installed Lord of the Rings Return to Moria today, so I didn't get time to play it. I had like maybe an hour where I could have played it, but had I done so, let's jump onto there, then the slight problem we'd have had would have been stopping in time, you know, once it started. Just an hour to kind of get the feel of it would have been a bit of a pain, really. So I'll do that tomorrow, hopefully. Anyway, I'm going to do this. I want to press that. That worked quite smoothly. What a smooth transition. This was slightly too loud a song after the last one wasn't loud enough. Anyway, have I got settings, audio? No, the music is off because I had something on the other monitor at the time. Right, let's go. Rumours of a Starfield patch next week, followed by an update in the near future. So what, a small hotfix followed by the update we've been waiting for, Steve? I haven't heard anything about it, I haven't seen anything anywhere, but that would not surprise me, to be honest. We're 2 months out from launch now, and hopefully that's given them enough time to put together a decent-sized update, and then, yeah, we're definitely ready for it. There's a few things I hope they'll be able to fix with this update. We shall see. Anyway, you can get a sneak peek of my outpost build that's coming, I think, in a moment, in front of you there, while we take off. There it is, over there, looking cool. It's pretty cool.
Takeoff looks good.
So, let's get up in the air. We need to go to Gagarin, because that is where we met a lawyer some time ago. That happens to be the lawyer who's
now move freely about the cabin.
going to help Barrett out. And I keep losing one pip out my shields. I don't know why, it's weird. Well, it really matters that much, but it's still weird. Right. Gagarin is in the Alpha Centauri system. It's over here. Let's go. Yeah. Yeah, not so bad, thanks, Alex. Yeah. A little tired, a little bit, but, okay. I'm making another effort to correct my sleeping pattern because the last 2 or 3 efforts have failed miserably, so I'm trying again.
This is United Colony Space. Maintain current course while we scan for contraband.
Of course, the price of doing that is that I'm tired for a bit. We'll see if it works.
Enjoy Gagarin.
Saying that, the state of my back yesterday when I woke up, well, today rather, when I woke up was not good. I'm having the odd good day at the moment, but that was a decidedly not good morning. Ouch. Right. That was a bit weird. Barrett.
Oh, my day just got
Wifey.
a whole lot brighter.
I'm going to keep for... let's try 6 hours. That feels good. I have a feeling Gagarin has a relatively short day, but I'm not sure. We shall see.
Good.
I said this the other day, actually, but I'm going to say it again, because, you know, I really wish the bed in the Captain's Quarters modules, of which this is one, was only usable by the player and maybe a married partner or committed partner, but not just any random crew member can wander in and sleep in the Captain's Quarters. I feel like it's a bit weird. Here's the thing. That's actually lower than I can get the sink in my outpost. I was desperately trying... Mind you, using that bog would be uncomfortable. You'd be smashing your head on the back of the sink all the time. Or, like, hunched over like some kind of toilet goblin. Which doesn't bear too much thinking about, does it? Kind of a mess, this ship. It looks lived in, shall we say. Which is interesting, because this is a... I think this is a Stroud Eklund all-in-one hab. This one, I believe. Got a table over there, kitchen over there, it's kind of a mess. Another table here. Yeah, it's just a bit of a mess. It doesn't feel very... It doesn't feel as nice as the one on... in the Nova Galactic ones.
What's happening, darling?
Wondering that myself.
What's the good word, Chief?
Little worrying noise. Yeah. And then we've got, I think this is a Tayo, however you pronounce it, storeroom and companionway up top. This is a Deimos crafting space, workshop. And I think we've got a Tayo, I'm falling down the stairs here. A Tayo captain's quarters. And yeah, considering Tayo and Stroud Eklund are supposed to be some of the posher, nicer ones, as far as the commercial stuff goes, it's kind of a mess in here. Anyway, my distractions notwithstanding. There's a note on Steam that generally indicates the patch is coming. And people have found game files updated with additional commands, items. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah. Yeah, there's no shower, no bath, and no appropriate room for it. I was basically going to have a leaf out of No Respawn's book. He came up with quite a good idea for a toilet, which actually is a cubicle not entirely dissimilar to that. Basically building that, without quite so much shelving. But... oh, it's actually technically a wet room. That's interesting. But out of a corridor, you know, to connect the two hubs together with. Yeah, I hadn't actually realised you could get in here, theoretically, close that door. I can. Ah, cool. I actually can close myself in. There's the shower. It's, you're going to wind up with wet toilet paper, though, if you try and shower in here. Yeah, there's definitely problems. Anyway. I'll have to have a look at Steam later.
Whatever you
Right.
need, you got
I'm
it.
going to stop getting distracted and go and land on Gagarin if I can. Assuming we're getting on for daytime. Yes, daytime. Nice. Let's go. Leveled up on Monday, didn't we?
I
think.
hope Ellie is still taking names and holding people accountable around here.
I believe she is. Chief Copper, I think she is. I don't think I've got anything I want to sell right now. I deposited a few extra things in my outpost as well, just to shed a few pounds. I didn't have a lot of options, but... mission... Misk... believe, yeah, that's Barrett's one, breach of contract, isn't it? In order to exonerate Evan and restore his reputation, Barrett has set up a meeting with Evan's original lawyer, Ellie Yankton, who currently operates out of Gagarin. B-Man.
I was just thinking that this is about what Irvin saw all those years ago when he arrived. He probably stood here thinking that he was going to make things better. He had a good heart.
Yeah, take care of it. Probably looked different when he was here. Can't imagine this view would fill anyone with hope. What do we do now? What do we do now?
We need to reopen the case. See if there's anything that was overlooked the first time. We've done some legwork remotely, but we need to do some good old-fashioned investigating now. Hopefully it will be enough to clear Irvin's name.
Yeah, we've already figured out that the one witness that was supposed to be testifying on inside ended up pulling out because he was threatened, presumably by somebody acting on behalf of the mining company. So, yeah, we'll take care of it.
Oh, you remind me of him sometimes. Wanting to make things right.
Difference is,
And when
I'm
you
going
said it
up
out
count of whoop
loud,
ass till I do
no,
it.
I actually believe we can do it. I just hope our lawyer is as confident.
What can you tell me about our lawyer?
Ellie Yankton. She worked on Irvin's previous case. Ellie is one of the few lawyers on this planet who's willing to take on the mining corporations in court.
She's one of the few lawyers on this planet, period, really. Did you bring everything we discovered already?
I sent that to our lawyer already. I asked her to confidentially review what we found.
Didn't you lose the case?
Yes, but listen. Nobody will stand up against the mining corporations around here. They're scared. She didn't want to lose the case, but she didn't have a lot to go on. Thanks to us, now she does.
And also, it was her first case, I think she said, fresh out of law school, so...
Right. She said she would meet us at our office when we arrive. Hopefully she can tell us what we need to do
additional
in order
experience
to clear
will not
Let's
hurt
stick
her, I
together,
don't think.
Gagarin isn't a huge town, but it's not the kind of town that I want to get lost in.
Gagarin's quite cool, we've already been here. It's a derelict mining town, but apparently corporations are trying to breathe life back into, but...
You want to know what I think about all these new businesses buying up the town? No comment.
I was thinking about going for a hike outside the canyon. Then I remembered where we are, and I got a drink instead.
I remembered where we are, and I got drunk instead. Up this way, I think, ain't she?
Ah, this is Ellie's law office. Perfect.
Yankton Law Offices.
Expecting us.
You coming down? I'm just going to stay down there like a wuss. There was a hostile mark on there. There's a whole bunch of places that when we were here last time we saw but didn't go and investigate, or didn't get into, like just around the back from here. But I'm guessing we'll be getting into them as part of this quest. No idea what those buttons are supposed to do. There's literally no context to it. Seems to be lacking in a receptionist. Barrett's already sat down. Close the door. Take a seat. Don't mind the Crimson Fleet outfit. Which I'm probably going to be sticking with. Is she close enough to actually talk to and get a tag on? I'll be annoyed if she's not. Actually, for a second. There we go.
Well, well, well. Barrett, you're actually here. Astounding.
Ellie! Ellie, come on. I promised we'd stop by, didn't I?
People make promises all the time, Barrett. And most folks try to avoid Gagarin, not visit it. Anyway,
It's my second visit.
I'm glad you made it out here. We have work to
Or
do.
third or fourth,
don't
depending on how you want to look at it. Why do people avoid Gagarin, for starters?
It's not a resort. It's a working town run by mining corporations. You
What's
don't
left of
come
one?
here unless you need to, and you don't stay unless you have to.
Or unless you're a bright-eyed, optimistic lawyer who genuinely wants to make things better for others. Right, Ellie?
You're kind, Barrett. Yes, I suppose there's that type of person.
Doesn't hurt if your lawyer likes you. I mean, hopefully they'll do their best either way, but it certainly doesn't hurt if they like you. You handled Evan's case years ago?
Yes. It was my first case as a bright-eyed, optimistic lawyer.
Well, starting your career with a defeat is rough, Ellie.
Sure is.
It was. But in a way, it made me more determined.
I wouldn't be surprised if it's relatively common, though. But with, you know, lack of experience. Normally, though, you would hope somebody would be part of a larger firm and they'd have more experience higher up lawyers to back them. So, yeah, maybe that offsets it a bit.
Not
Other cases like this?
exactly, but similar cases. A corporation commits a crime and needs a scapegoat, so they select someone powerless to target.
The quintessential Gagarin tale.
Indeed.
Oh, nice. There's 2 games I'm interested in. I've got 60% discounts on Steam at the moment. One of them is Resident Evil 7. That is all the way down at $6.39, so I might just pick that up later on. As I do want to play that before too much longer. Irrespective of whether or not they remake Resident Evil 5, I'm not going to play it. I played Resident Evil 5 back in the day, first time round, didn't like it, so no. And I don't recall good things about 6 either. I think 7 was where it kind of found its way again, so we'll drop back in on that one eventually. But yeah, while it's down at £6 Summit, that's probably a good time.
Do it on your own time.
What's this other thing that pops up? Ooh, that's actually very interesting. Oh, well, looking forward to reading more about that. Trump's getting schlepped. Right, let's talk about Evan's case.
Down to business.
Speaking of people with legal difficulties.
What do you already know?
So we already know that Irvin worked for Hephaestus Mining Company years ago, and they blamed him for catastrophic economic and ecological issues here on Gagarin.
Yes. He lost his case because he didn't defend himself, and we had almost no evidence without him.
Yeah. So, as far as I know, Evan's work for Hephaestus will have been a temporary thing as part of Constellation or part of his larger interests. It would have been his primary source of income and his primary, life direction. I don't think being a miner. I think he was attached to Constellation, same as Barrett. I think. Anyway, why didn't Evan defend himself?
I recall receiving a message asking him to appear in court a day after his funeral.
An unfortunate reality of interplanetary legal communiques, I'm afraid.
So he died, had a funeral, but the court didn't find out about it until after he was a no-show. Because, yeah, it's not like you get instantaneous communication. Yeah, I can kind of understand that, actually. Deliberate interference notwithstanding, that does actually make a certain amount of sense. So the outcome was not good.
He was publicly blamed for the economic woes, and his accounts were seized in compensation.
His account on Gagarin specifically. It was just the amount he was paid years ago for the job.
Right.
It's not very much, I wouldn't imagine,
They
relatively.
would have taken his assets and other settlements, but by law, his death prevented it.
And Barrett's co-ownership as well in the case of the apartment. We need to clear his name.
Well, we can bring the case to a judge here if we have new evidence or a witness.
What about the evidence we found so far?
Yes,
A
well,
little bit illegally obtained.
about that. It's just not enough.
Find more, nothing we found is good enough. What happens if we take it to court with more evidence? Nothing we found is good enough?
Not on its own. No. It's circumstantial.
Objection.
Helpful to support our claim, but not enough.
Circumstantial is not a problem. DNA evidence is circumstantial. Yeah, what we've got so far is we know one witness was intimidated, but we don't know what his testimony will be anyway. So that in itself is suspicious, but not enough to change the outcome. Maybe enough to get it reopened though. And the other evidence we've got is not that useful really. I don't think. What happens if we take this to court with more evidence?
Scenario, we clear his name and his assets are returned, plus additional compensation.
More likely, not quite that
In
likely.
order for
but
me
you
to
never
go
know.
before a judge, I'd like to have some solid evidence pertaining to motive. The court
Because
won't entertain a challenge to its ruling unless we're sure that something major was missed in the original trial.
What was the motive from the original trial?
We had no solid motive after our witness withdrew his testimony.
so we need to find him and talk to him then.
Yeah, we need something major. Documentation, recordings, a witness, something.
It's been so long. How could we find anything like that?
I've thought about this a lot since the original case. The mine that Irvin worked at was shuttered in 2309. They probably still have documents relating to whatever happened there with him.
So that's, what, like nearly 20 years ago. Because they shut the mine and opened a new one somewhere else, blaming Irvin for the reason for closing the mine. Do you know which mine he worked at?
Not really. All I know is that it's a Hephaestus mine from 20 years ago, somewhere on Gagarin.
I don't have a couple decades to wait for you to search them all, so we'll need to narrow it down.
Went Hephaestus destroying incriminating documents?
Not necessarily. To Hephaestus, it might be cheaper to run away and let the dust bury it all.
Especially if they don't think anybody's going to come and dig it up again. Let's find the mine where it was assigned to work then.
That's where you come in. I don't know which mine he worked at when the incident took place.
Ah.
In theory, you could find that information on a Foundry terminal, if you can access it. You'll need a passcode. That's the hard part.
Yeah, sure about that? I've got a
Besides
pocket
the
full of
Foundry records,
digipics.
there also might be something in Irvin's apartment. If he knew he was being framed, he might have held on to some documents there.
Assuming they didn't break in. Okay, such as apartment. Used to work with Argus off-world. Maybe didn't log into the Foundry system. And what kind of incriminating documents are we talking about?
Dear Diary, today we created an ecological disaster and then blamed it on an off-worlder. Love Hephaestus.
Funny. But you'd be surprised how often people write down things that get them into serious trouble.
Oh, do tell.
For comparison, I just finished a case against another company that was charged with illegally dumping waste near the town's water supply.
Lovely.
Their permits specified a site that would have cost twice as much fuel, so they sent a memo to the driver to dump it at the first available location just outside of town.
They actually wrote that down. Classic.
Genius. Let's start with Irvin's apartment.
Makes sense to me.
You've been hanging on to that old apartment this whole time, Barrett?
Yep.
Yeah, it was easier to not bother with. Not like it's worth anything in this economy anyway.
I hope you still have the key.
I have it. Figured maybe I'd sell it while we were here anyway. May as well, right?
Maybe.
Hopefully that's
Maybe not.
enough to work with for now. If you'll excuse me, I have to get some court documents ready for this case.
I should still have the key to Irvin's apartment. I hope it's worth our time, but I can't be sure. Irvin's old apartment isn't far from here. I doubt there's much in there, but it's good to check.
Yeah, it's a good starting point. I have a theory that we might be able to acquire this apartment. Yeah, just across town. Okay. Enjoying the Trump service, Steve. Yeah, I find his pain brings me great joy. Deeply satisfying to see a scumbag get what he deserves. Yeah. God, wish I could afford a second PC at the moment.
Probably never intended for these walkways to last this long.
It would be extremely nice,
Old apartment.
because
Use this key.
one of the issues I'm having with the frames dipping at the moment is basically because I'm streaming at the same time. It's much smoother when I'm not streaming.
After you, Captain.
So having a second PC, we'll get a new PC, would sort of give me a lift on things anyway, and having that would then provide me with a second PC to stream from, which would make life a lot easier. Right, let's go. Evan's apartment.
Now I get why he wanted me to look after his plants. No windows, insufficient power for proper lamps. Oh, he must have been miserable. No wonder he wrote so much.
There's a... Wink. Seeing as we got the opportunity, proving to be quite easy to open. It is novice, but and there's nothing good in it either. So much stuff like this I would love to have access to for outposts. Maybe not quite so much dirty stuff, but yeah. Boxes and alternative crates and things like that. apparently this is Evan's place. It's... Well, I was kind of hoping we might get this place and be able to, you know, move in and decorate and stuff. I don't know. Maybe we will later on, and the worst of the crap will be cleared.
Captain?
We'll have to see. It's definitely seen better days. Ooh. I mean, I know nobody's been here in 20 years, but still, that's a lot of trash on the floor and a really dirty bed. Like, I'd expect just dusty and cobwebby maybe, but not actually muddy. I mean, man must have come home covered in shit and rolled all over the floor. Well, look at this. We're not in the locker. Nothing. Unlocked with the computer, okay. He did actually say something like that, didn't he? What have we got here? An alien cactus, huh?
Hold on. Is that what I think it is?
It's an alien cactus. Beyond that, I don't know. How we doing? No, you alright? How's it going, Tengi? There'll be a custom PC or off the shelf. I'd want to get a new custom one, get a new gaming machine with a decent amount of kick to it, because games coming out now, so particularly AAA games, do not leave me with a lot of headroom over the system requirements. So it's going to be a matter of time before my computer can barely run new games. It was 2019, this as it was. So 4 years old already, this PC. Very nearly 4 years old. So, yeah, definitely due an upgrade. I don't know. There's possible options I might consider. Or maybe not. We'll see. But, yeah, that will be the idea. We'll get a new gaming machine. Probably give this one to my missus. Once cleaned it all out and stuff. And then take the one she's got back, which is my previous PC. Because I won't need one that's as powerful to use as a streaming and recording machine. Set up like external NAS type storage, so I've basically got a shared storage device so that I can just move files from one computer to the other really easily, and yeah, should be good. That's the theory. Of course, not cheap. You certainly need to get one computer, not two. If this had enough lifespan on it, I could just get like a mini PC and use that. That would do the job quite nicely for like quarter of the price. Unfortunately, this does not have the lifespan left on it, so it is what it is. So, reminders: finalise apartment purchase, send anniversary gift to Barrett, meet new co-workers at bar. Private messages: your work contract. Evan, you'll receive a mine assignment and your foundry passcode soon. Mine assignment is specified in the contract, and the key allows you to access foundry computers for additional information about your particular assignment. Look forward to working with you, Natalina Hartono from Hephaestus. Application for hunting license submitted to... interesting. New Town Hall. Check application status at Town Hall. Welcome to the team. And then we have to talk. It's about the job. If you can, please reach out before you start the job. HH. Who's HH? Assignment. Terminate Alpha Predator near assigned mine for Hephaestus mining. This is a highly intelligent Alpha Predator that seems to have recently emerged near newest Hephaestus mine. Contact have been assigned to work with Dr. Helgi Huxon. Still no sneeze, but either way. Okay, and uncover whether or not the creature, uncover why the creature is so aggressive and whether it has anything to do with the mining activity in the area. Sweetheart, I knew this was going to be a long job on Gagarin, so I thought I'd send you some flowers to cheer you up. I know how much you like the ones that aren't cut, and I found someone there who had a live plant. Ta-da! Don't worry about me. I just got me a new assignment already with Sarah. That'll keep me busy till you return home. Missing you always, Barrett. There we go. So that's from message from Barrett to Irvin. So At least we know who HH is. Helgi Huxon. He wanted to talk about the job. He was applying for a hunting license in order to hunt some alpha predator on behalf of Hephaestus. So it looks like he wasn't just a miner then. Hack advanced lock. I think we can do that. Don't think that's going to fit anywhere else. It'll fit there. Okay. That. Yep, that works. That. And. Or not. Sure, this. Aha, that looks better. Got it.
Aha. Will you look at that?
Cute, glad we're all doing well.
Bet we can get a copy of that hunting license.
Possibly, yeah. What have we got? Ammo, an anti-personnel bridger, which is not as good as the one I've got. Credits. The Paradiso complex. And Irvin's contract.
Is that Irvin's employment contract? Let me see.
Yeah, you can see it when I've had a look at it. Assuming I can find it. An excerpt from the Paradiso Complex, a novel quite obviously written for the Paradiso Group in an attempt to market the resort to a wider audience. Writing is often atrocious and hard to take seriously. Well, let's not go there then. There it is. Employee number 2837, Evin Medani. Term, contract, specific task, details to be confirmed upon arrival. Site mine H363. Payment deposited into account specified by employee. So he's employed for a specific job hunting this creature, apparently.
No idea what mine H363 is, but we could search for it at the Foundry database. All right, we've got some solid leads, it looks like. The employment contract and the hunting license at Town Hall.
Solid leads, but we need more.
Much better than liquid or gas leads. That much is evident. It was a bit strange going through Irvin's old things, though. I was hoping for some old pictures, but nothing. What's that you have there? A plant?
Yep. Maybe it's evidence. Not sure what it is. Did Evan say what it's for?
No, but I did find a few slates that might give us a clue. As well as a reminder to finish a physics paper that I never did.
20 years ago. Yeah, finding a 20-year-old reminder is going to have a lot of different feelings attached to it, I imagine. Yeah, it was quite a pretty plant.
Beautiful and resilient, as extremophile plants tend to be. Although this self-sustaining habitat dish gets some of the credit. I bet it could survive without care for a long time.
Well, it's survived for 20 years, so... may have evolved to survive long periods of drought.
Evolved or altered. Irvin used to experiment a lot with extremophile plant life. Maybe he made the perfect plant buddy for his windowless apartment. In any event, I'll go through Irvin's notes in more detail later. There's probably a flowchart somewhere with this little guy's name on it. Oh, on that note, we should give it a name. I'm thinking something simple yet refined.
Bob.
What do you think of Harvey?
Harvey works for me.
Then it's
Apparently.
unanimous. Okay, the three of us should get back to it. You, me, and Harvey have a case to solve.
Okay, Barrett. So up next, I want to know. Okay, I'll leave. I'd like to know what's upstairs. Gun racks suck. I use one in my build coming up, probably, hopefully, if all things go according to plan tomorrow.
I don't want to have to fish anyone else out of the canyon.
That has one of the gun displays in it that looks quite good.
Lost?
But it's only got room for 4, but you can kind of see why when you look at it. Yeah, it is a bit odd sometimes.
You ever
Monument dedicated to many intrepid explorers who risked their lives so that humanity could one day find a home amongst the stars. Yeah.
read
We
about
have
the
read this
early
before.
history of spaceflight? So political. So familiar sometimes.
So this is the town hall, huh?
District isn't too far from here.
Well, I'll see what I've got when the UI element gets out of the way. There we go. Okay. Look up Irvin's hunting license. Yes, I remember. Going to Going random stabbing pain in the feet. Wonderful. Falling apart in my old age. Town hall currently comes for renovations. Reopening date scheduled for some point, maybe never. Applications. Mining permit, contractor license. Your Argos extractor permit is still valid. You do not need to apply again until it expires. Cool. Check application status. Look up applications by ID. Enter Irvin's application ID. Sponsor, if applicable, Festus Mining Corporation. Date effective, that one. So it was approved. Okay. So it looks like he may have gone out in order to hunt this creature, because he had his license approved, and not been so successful. What are you doing there, Barrett?
The hunting license was sponsored by Hephaestus after all. Ellie will be very interested to see this.
Either the hunting did not go very well, which is a possibility, or the other possibility is that the creature isn't what it was made out to be. Go to the Foundry District, I think is the next move, before we head back to the lawyer. Yep, there we go. I knew we were going to end up over here. In a hard time there, no? Foundry Terminal. Guest. Apply now. Report an incident. Can't go to use my own, apparently. Not supporting a mining corporation is currently operating on Gagarin. I feel like Argos was actually working here at some point. Get passcode from employee, use term, or some picker or other. Few my assignments. Foundry does not support Argos extracted resources. Okay. Search database. Denied. View my paychecks. Pending paycheck. Oh, cool. Disperse. I got $1,000. That was pretty shit. Report an incident. Forms. Error. Naturally.
You thought it was hot out here. You should try working in the foundry.
Haven't seen you in the mines before. You knew?
Something like that. So like living on Gagarin.
Ah, you just moved here thinking it would be different, right? That's how they got me too.
Jobs will pay well to track workers, just visiting. Most people here for jobs?
That used to be how it is, but some people grew up here. I don't know if that's a good thing.
We'll grow up somewhere. Do you know Ellie Yankton?
Shh, don't say her name around here. If anyone heard that, I'm fired for good.
You get fired for talking about a lawyer. That generally is a strong sign that your employer is up to no fucking good, isn't it? I guess the jobs pay well?
Nobody works in the mines here thinking we'll get rich, friend.
Well, it's got some amenities and protections, but not as much enforcement. A good balance for some.
It's just the best option for a lot of us right now.
You work in the mines? I could use your help with something.
Friend, I don't get paid to chit-chat about work.
Foundry computer for employees. You work in the night, you work in the mines?
Look, I'm on my break here. Bother somebody else.
Not looking to disrupt your personal time. We're new here.
Let's try and persuade him. I need access to the foundry terminal to find coordinates to a mine.
That information is confidential.
I know there's a way to get past this.
Maybe so.
Oh dear God. Must be a joke the other day. Let's try that.
Okay, that's pretty good.
Yeah, there's no way I'm getting through there with a +1. I'm going to have to auto-persuade him. I don't know. Both think what's something out. Got to see. Knew you're a reasonable person. Yeah, reasonable person.
I tried to be.
Oh, critical success. I'll take that.
So listen, you can use my employee passcode to access that foundry terminal over there. I'll just say I lost it somewhere.
Impressive.
Next time I'm going to take a nap on top of a building. Nobody ever looks up there.
Well, they will if I overheard you saying that. Right. Chat's supposed to decide what he wants to do here. YouTube's been a bit weird lately. Employee 3490. View assignments. Mine S950. Hours worked 4,992. Remaining hours 8. Displaying last assignments. 2 other mines. Both shuttered. Hours worked 10,000 in each. View paychecks. Pending pay. No, I'm not going to take the guy's money. That would be a bit cruel. Important incident. Count. Search database. Thesis. 6 filter mines. 6 Sisters Mandela. Mine assignment number company. Mine's listed by assignment number, okay. Year active, returns result if mine was active in that year. Status active or inactive. Okay, filter mines. Hephaestus. 2309. Status inactive. Which leaves us with just one H363. Coordinates downloaded. Nice. So, we are making progress.
Coordinates look valid to me. Imagine Irvin thinking the same thing all those years ago. Just a job, right? Well, at least we know where to keep looking, right?
Go search the abandoned mine. What we're looking for. We should hire somebody to go there for us. What are we looking for?
Essentially any documentation that screams Irvin isn't guilty. We made it up.
Yeah. We should hire somebody to go there for us.
This is what we do. We're explorers, adventurers.
That's an odd thing to be able to say.
It's my fight. I don't want to get anyone else involved.
Yeah, I'm expecting them to hear about us snooping around and have us probably ecliptic mercenaries attack us, but see how it goes. Let's go search.
I guess we'll see what state the mine is in. It's possible they collapsed it before they left. We just won't know until we get there. If that's the case, we'll just have to figure something out.
Not even sacked for asking about a liar. Sacked for just generally discussing one at all. That is a seriously paranoid employer at that point. So, go to Hephaestus mine. Yeah, I thought that might involve heading back to the ship.
Outside the city? Be careful. If the heat
You see, we've only been here a few hours already.
Have you heard about Space Frog? We did some pictures of him around town for fun.
And it's night already. Time do be flying on this little world. It's cool, though. The environment's awesome. Sacked would be dodging a bullet. Yeah, potentially. Depends whether or not like what impact it has on future ability to get a job and live and things.
I miss this ship.
You might dodge one bullet just to walk into another, in a sense. Shiny. You'd think the lighting on the bridge would be consistent with other Stroud pieces. I mean, yeah, you got the orange lights around, but mostly it's blue in here, and it's very, very orange on the bridge. I think there'd be a bit more consistency. There's a few... In fact, there's a whole bunch of stuff that's out there and available in terms of shipbuilding pieces that you can't get at your outpost, which kind of bugged me a little bit.
Looks peaceful from up here, doesn't it?
There's definitely some stuff I would have liked to have access to that I don't. It's H363, a little trek out of town. I guess they shuttle their miners, or did shuttle miners from town and back.
Landing silence. Careful. Let's set it down.
This place was shuttered 20 years ago. Might have new tenants now.
Sure might. Look at that, perfect fit.
What can I do for you, boss?
If something's on your mind, you can tell me.
Thanks, sir.
Ah, you're awake. Let's get going, shall we?
We shall. And here we go. Something's there. Definitely saw something moving about down there. Yep. Oh, I don't know what that is, but it does not look nice. Glad I clocked that. Look at a nasty space spider.
Oh, this is going to be fast.
Pests, huh? There's another one.
Adventure continues.
You actually managed to land a hit there, Barrett. Not bad. This thing doesn't half shred. This Kadama of mine. Free money, just left lying around. That is a bit weird. I mean, it's weird in... Hello?
Well, they don't need it now.
It's weird in most games that you'd find money lying around, stuffed in boxes and stuff. But it's even weirder when it's digital cred sticks and stuff. It's like turning up at a mine and finding a box with somebody's still functioning credit card just left in it. Except that you don't get into serious trouble when you pick it up and start using it. Don't know if it's going to turn out to be the case that the critter that we end up, or that Irvin was meant to hunt, wasn't quite such a critter, was a bit more of a, you know, sentient being, or if, you know, human or something like that, or if it's just going to turn out that it's the mother of whatever the hell those things are. Before I go in there. Sea bat. Dust devil, what? Well, there's more beasties crawling around inside. Wonderful. Exo runner. Well, whatever's over there looks like it's probably trouble. There's a whole theme of building pieces we don't have that we could. As well as, you know, things like this canopy.
Whoa, looks like they left a lot of stuff intact when they shuttered this place. Wonder if they were in a hurry or if it was just cheaper to replace it.
Judging by the corpses everywhere, I'm going to go with hurry. Get out of it, you. Barra, that big long thing in your hands is called a shotgun. You point it at the bad guys and squeeze the trigger. It goes boom boom and stops me getting snuck up on. That was why I gave it to you. Stop just looking at it like it's a fucking paperweight and use the bloody thing. Anyway. Useful for outpost decorations at some point. Parsec booch. Miner's journal. The foreman and geologists say we're continuing their dig. They say it's the best way to honour those lost in the collapse. What a load of crap. If they actually cared about them, we would be packing up right now and calling it quits. Hell, might just do that myself. Don't want to die in this hellhole. That bodes well, doesn't it? It's cool to fuck this shit. Yeah, definitely is a little bit. Chunks cheesesteak. Cheesesteak flavoured Chunks food cube contains neither real steak nor real cheese. Looks like it's got some kind of cracker on the top and the bottom as well. Created by Onyx. That'd be a cool poster to have. Right. This is the way we're going. It looks like that person got dragged a bit.
All yours.
Well, that was the exit. No, that's the exit. Okay, fair enough. Kitchen. Couple of bits and pieces there that might be handy for decoration. Chunks vending machines. How come we can't have vending machines at our outposts either? I mean, nobody'd be around to stock them up, I'm sure, but... I heard something.
This looks promising. This looks like administration. Company records?
Come back to that in a minute when I know I'm not getting snuck up on by whatever the fuck's making that noise. Smells like some kind of wet dog. There's the entrance to the mine. So I guess they're just shuttling them out here for, what, a few days? Okay. Alright, what are you shooting at, Barrett? I do not know at this juncture. What are you doing, you mad bugger? He's down there picking a fight with something. The birds, I guess. To take that out, this would probably be the way to do it. Something else out this way somewhere. Oh, there it is. Right, yeah, but it's not my idea of a hard target. Or a soft and squishy one, really. The outpost was attacked by Ecliptic earlier. Barrack continued to sit at the dinner table throughout the fight and then finally got up when you were looting the bodies. Yeah, that sounds about right. Major reason we're here is because he's been peeing me off in my outpost build the last couple of days. Stealthy blinding Abershot Barrett just steps in front of you, not even crouch, yeah. 200-year-old snack. Yeah, it's roughly on par with that in some cases, isn't it? Yeah, there are some good meal options out there that make quite cool camp decorations for sure. I've used a few. Used some in my my apartment in Keeler. I think I used a few, maybe in might use some in the well, but I can't remember. That reminds me, I don't know if it's up yet or not, but No Response was working on his spin on the apartment in the well, which is cool. Not that one then. That works. If there's... yeah, cool. Call it a hunch.
Let's find out why this was locked.
Yeah. Well, a half-decent lawgiver. Still don't think it's particularly decent. No. Pity, really, because I'd like a badass 3-star sniper rifle. That's the word I was looking for. He does good work, that is for sure. I can probably catch up on some more of Respawn's builds now. I was a little bit behind because there was a couple of things I didn't want to see until I'd done my own spin on things. Now that I'm kind of there, I can actually catch up a little bit. It's very, very easy to fall into a habit of, you know, once something's in your head, it's hard to get out again. Allied armaments. Whoa! Yeah, I wouldn't mind that poster either. I feel like there are some more posters and things you sort of discover as you work through the game. But still feel like there's a lot more stuff we could be getting. Mine status. Decommission. Employees. Huxon Helgi. Long-term contract. Environmental impact study incorporated into several upcoming land acquisition bids. Workstation Cavern Central Chamber. What a surprise. Evan, as a short-term contract, terminate local predator and assist Dr. Helgi with environmental impact study. Workstation in the cavern. Memos. I'm commissioned for standard 2-year contract or until extraction complete. Welcome, Dr. Huxon. Assigned to the current active Hephaestus mines to evaluate situation with subsurface bacteria. Full authority to conduct experiments as needed. Extraction phase 2. On time, 6 months to phase 2. Penetrated subsurface layers of slime and biomass below top layers of materials have full local access. Gases escaping through bacterial layers at a higher rate than previous mines in biome, but has assisted in reducing the amount of biomass. Huxon investigating. Dead wildlife. Found a flock of dead creatures around the entrance of the mine today. They seem diseased or starved. Don't know why they came to the mine. Volatile gases update. Volatile gases previously requiring special protective gear have plummeted below critical levels for the 4th straight week, as is the trend with mines after the first year of operation. Security. Sent for security today when one of the local predators arrived to feast on the collection of dead carcasses nearby. I've started to burn their corpses in hopes it will go away. Odd predator behaviour. Large predators circling the mine attacking each other. Purpose unclear. Very violent and security from Gagarians unprepared for this, so they left. Sent for further assistance. Welcome, Evan. Place has hired Evan to kill one of the main predators that haven't left the area for weeks. He will assist Dr. Huxon, who is studying the strange predator behaviour. Predators are dead. Evan was able to kill the largest of the predators. Currently no wildlife at the mine anymore. Unrelatedly, volatile gases from the extraction point now fully depleted. This did not happen at the previous mines. First year. Year 1 complete. Now at full production. Site's expected to be fully depleted far ahead of schedule due to the removed complication of volatile gases. Evan's contract is over. No more predators or any wildlife have been found at the mine. Dr. Huxon quit. Unexpectedly citing ethics violations on planetary scale. And decommissioned. Vestas ordered immediate closure of the mine and all others in the area, even though at peak extraction efficiency. Mine will be sealed in standard fashion. All equipment unrelated to extraction is to be left behind. Decommissioned. Memos. That's the ones we were looking at. Okay. Oh, there was an admin thing on there I didn't hack. Yes. Okay, gone. Yeah, that's cool. It's those two. Try that one. And does this one... That works. There's nowhere else I can... No, it must be that one. Don't like it. That works. It doesn't. That works. Does not. This is actually going to be more difficult than I thought. Let's use an auto slot because this is making my head. He's recommending using that one. Okay, still don't like it, but... Have we got too close together? We have not. So... That one? No. Because although it makes sense, the only place it fits causes more problems than it solves. Yeah. That's not what I wanted to do, actually. I wanted to have this one here. And then this 3-piece here, okay. Got it. Crikey, that was hard work. Helgi's research station. Last login deactivated. Ooh, can reactivate them. They're research stations, that's cool. Which means we now need to go and find them down in the mine.
Now let's go find Irvin and Helgi's lab stations.
Fair enough, Steve. I don't think I've heard him use the word yeet in years, to be honest, Steve, so you don't need to worry about that one. Short of, you know, contextually appropriate use, maybe, but even then, I don't think I've heard him use that in a while. I haven't heard many other people use it either. But I think the last person I heard use it was probably one of my... Probably my niece, I think. Nephew, maybe. One of them, anyway. Yeah, definitely not my favourite phrase. Right. Do we anticipate trouble? Well, probably. Wasn't what I wanted to happen. Interesting. Tranquility. You can see a bit more tranquility in our lives. There's a not bad meal that you could use to decorate. I mean, it looks kind of horrible actually, but it has been sat here for 20 years. Aluminium, can always use that. A peach somehow looks semi-fresh. After 20 years in an abandoned mine. Rotten and stinking would seem more likely, but you know. Yeah, that will have been a while ago, Steve. But I do vaguely remember when it was getting used a lot a couple of years ago. But just about everybody else. This is Evan's old office, huh? Yeah, grub. You wouldn't want that going anywhere near my ears. So it reminds me of something from Star Trek, actually. Archived memos, experiment results, APEC experiment results. And then not going to like what I have to say. They're not going to like what they are not going to like what I have to say. Dr. Helgi Hoxton, Apex presenters. Now then, I've included your analysis in my papers, which I've sent to main office. Thank you for helping me collect and analyse data. Hope this makes a difference. Sent poisoned planet. Dr. Hoxton, the data tells a troubling story. Could the microbial colony network be poisoned by the chemicals from these mines? Could this cause a global collapse?
It was the destruction of the bacterial colonies, not the apex predators. So, they ruined the ecosystem here, and it had nothing to do with Irvin. This is it. This is what Ellie needs to see.
Some of it, yeah. Gotcha. Click. I want to pick that up. I know I don't need it. And okay, what we got down here then? One. I fancy. Oh yeah, that reminds me. I got an expert lock this afternoon. The first level of it actually required 3 picks to open, but the one immediately afterwards only required 1. It was quite interesting. Odd deviation from the norm. I'm happy about using 2 singles though.
Always a pleasure watching you work.
Regulator. Locked office, but nothing interesting in here, unfortunately.
Lights are on down here at least. That's good.
It might be good. The desiccated looking corpse there. Much less desiccated looking corpses. That's the other way down if I don't want to go the way I came. It's not yours, it's mine.
I know it's not uncommon.
Get out of it. An alarming noise. It's in here, but it's got nasty kind of organic sounds, so we'll back up. Fruit comes from Skyrim, where you can enter a tomb that's been sealed for a millennium or so and still has fresh fruit and cheese on it. Unsavable, yeah, that's a good point. Skyrim does take it to an even greater extent.
I know it's not uncommon. Oh, good. My turn.
That was not quite what I wanted. That was actually a better direct throw. Ooh, crit with a grenade. It was an angry adult version of this, apparently, which I'm going to assume, yeah. It's far more problematic. But not if it gets stuck behind cover, it isn't. I mean, yeah, technically it's a bug, but no pun intended. Under the circumstances, I don't really feel inclined to complain about it, though. Fuck up.
Smells weird in here. Like
seaweed and sulfur. Copper and lead, apparently. Copper and lead. Where's the copper? I saw some copper around somewhere. Already scanned, apparently, so let's head on this way. Well, there's a reassuring sound.
Did you say something? Hiding isn't your strong suit.
Hot kettle black, Barrett. Whew. Got him. You messieurs. Like impact grenades over normal grenades? I've not actually used the impact grenades, to be honest. My theory, when I saw them, was that they'd detonate on impact with whatever they happen to impact. Ooh, queen pest. Why did I know there was going to be a queen? Because I'm not daft. But yeah, the idea of an impact grenade that I can't bounce off things and drop behind corners so easily was a bit more problematic. Although you could throw it outside of the corner and have the blast go around the corner that way, I suppose. But still. Studies. Apex predator species. If a local queen in the regional hive of apex predators dies, one of the drones is promoted to queen by consuming remains of previous queen. The process of promotion takes several months. Yeah. Microbial colonies. Below the surface of Gagarin exists a vast microbial colony network that spans much of the planet. These colonies maintain many species of microbes working together to convert dust and organic material into soil. Without these, Gagarin's entire ecosystem would be devastated. Apex predator reproduction. Summary. Apex predator species is an important component of Gagarin's ecosystem. The species is eusocial and has a strict caste structure with drones, defenders, and a primary reproductive gene, or queen. The gene of each region reproduces irregularly, and waste produced by a nesting process is used exclusively by soil microbes to form massive colonies below the surface. Got with that in mind. Ecosystem collapse. Biochemical analysis of subsurface bacterial colonies reveals near total collapse caused by gases released by the mining processes. Killing apex predators devastates a local colony temporarily, but they can rebound. Chemicals released from the mines, however, are 95% responsible for the collapse of the ecosystem. My full report, including data, methodology, and analysis, will be sent directly to main office. Resignation. Due to witnessing numerous ethics violations at Hephaestus, I quit. This is my 180th report about the severity of the situation. What Hephaestus is doing in these mines will cause the biome to become unstable in the short term and will ruin our environment permanently in the long run. Read my studies if this is unclear. If anyone reads this at all, what a waste.
Seems like Helgi tried to do the right thing here.
Yeah.
I'm sure Ellie would want to see this. He's citing numerous ethics violations dating back to before Urban's time. And Hephaestus just ignored him.
Was it he, huh? You assumed that was a she, but okay. Oh, no, you don't. So probably not really helping the environment by slaughtering these creatures, which are apparently key to maintaining the environment. On the other hand, the research did quite clearly state that the ecosystem could rebound from the killing of a significant number of these things. Not so much from what was being done by the gases, though. Probably the queen, wasn't it? Yep.
I wonder if those things moved in after Hephaestus left. These things chased them out.
Sounds like they were around, but probably not quite so prevalent when Hephaestus was here. So, I think we're about done here. I don't see anything else to find by exploring down there, so I think it's time to get the heck out of here and head back to Gagarin City, I guess. It's the first one that's got up and actually hit me. And that only happened because it took way longer than it should have done to draw the gun. Well, even then it's not long, but apparently it's long enough. Oh, you're a wriggly little sod, aren't you? Think I may have upset the locals. The range on this thing is not phenomenal, but it does not shred when you're close enough. I wasn't entirely expecting to have to fight my way back out, but I kind of like that I need to be honest. Come on, Barrett, you're staying down here. I still haven't... I don't know if I've forgotten or if it wasn't discussed, but as to how Evan died. It looks like he left, not particularly on good terms with Bethesda, but it looks like he and Dr. Helgi were alive when they left.
Shotgun.
Okay, that I like. A good superior bounty hunter seat be nearly 200 points below your superior explorer seat. That doesn't make a lot of sense actually, Steve. I'm jumping around here, not looking at what I'm doing. I can't get through the hole. I would have expected a bounty hunter suit and an explorer suit to be roughly similar, I think. Certainly not that big a difference. That's weird. Ooh.
Struts retract. Let's get out of here.
Bring into position.
UC security. Prepare to be scanned for contraband. And we are...
You're good.
I have something for you.
Mine tracker suit's better than Superior Bounty Hunter? Can't remember. I mean, some things are going to be better than others, but can't remember exactly how different types relate to each other yet.
Share the catwalks, all right? I don't want to have to fish anyone else out of the cage. Our last head of security was a real hard ass. Now that she...
Here we go. Hopefully nobody's going to be in here pointing a gun at Ellie.
Hello?
Oh, she is here. Good.
Ellie, I sent you all the data from the mine already. As I'm sure you know.
Yes, I've been reviewing it. Sit down. Let's have a chat about it.
Should have closed the door first. Can't turn far enough to close the door. Wendy Barrett's taking a hot minute to come through anyway.
Welcome back, you two. How was the trip to the mine?
You're gonna
informative. You tell Barrett your case.
Okay, someone better tell me. Come on.
We found the coordinates to Irvin's old work site and went there. Huge battle. Fire, explosions. Pew, 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 pew.
Barrett, please.
Totally
You should
untrue.
have seen the plants in there too. Weird stuff. Anyway, you read over the documents we found there, right? What do you think?
What you both found in that mine is remarkable. These documents show that the chemicals released by the mining process contaminated the ecology even before Irvin was tasked with removing the predators. And they also show that Helgi informed Hephaestus of the issue, and it was repeatedly ignored. And with that, I think we've got ourselves a case, my friends.
I think so too.
That's what I wanted to hear, Ellie. Woo!
Yes, but it's still likely to lose. Because what we really need now is Helgi as our witness, and that is a problem.
Presumably the threatened witness. Why is it a problem?
Helgi isn't an ideal witness at all.
Dead?
He was our star witness the first time, and he never showed up. Plus, he's got a reputation around town. After he quit, he went a bit weird.
I can handle a bit weird. I know the captain can too.
Clearly. Yeah. But the judge might feel differently. It might be worth finding some character witnesses too while you're looking for him.
Understandable.
I'm glad you're taking it in stride. It's just, for a case with this much science, we need the man who wrote the claims to back them up. Maybe even explain it in layman's terms.
Where can we find him?
That's also a bit tricky. He's hard to find. Doesn't really stay in one place for long.
Can we get a quote without Helgi?
We could, but I think we'd lose the case, bluntly. We can verify these documents are real, but Hephaestus can counter by attacking Helgi's character. They'll label him a disgruntled employee and then find a dozen independent scientists to confirm Irvin was at fault. But with Helgi in court, he can explain the science and help me challenge any countering theories during cross-examination.
Yeah, that's about right. We'll find him.
Ask Dr. Kayala. She checks up on folks who fall through the cracks sometimes. You'd have to convince her to tell you where he is. That might be hard.
Oh, we convinced her to do some other stuff last time, so...
We'll be back when we convince Helgi to be a witness.
Listen, if he refuses, then he refuses. Can't force him.
Want to bet?
Yeah, we don't want to press him too hard. The last thing we need is him refuting what he wrote. This is going to take a light touch, but I think we can handle it.
Character witness might be challenging. Especially as, well, we'll see whether or not there's any hints as to who to talk to about. Character witness, but I'm guessing the doc will be able to point us towards somebody along those lines as well.
Do you need medical assistance? Are you injured?
I need your melon.
You two with?
Do you happen to know Dr. Helgi Hodgson? We're trying to get his help with something.
Sorry, who are you exactly?
We're detectives. Self-taught and unaffiliated. Freelance detectives. With the emphasis on the free part.
Wait, what? Detectives? Sorry, I don't think I know what you're talking about.
Looking for someone named Helgi. Name Evan Madani, sound familiar? Treat a lot of other mine workers?
I treat anyone who walks in my doors, if I'm able to.
That's probably the right answer. Evan?
No, not really. I mean, there's Irvin the Slaughterer and Irvin the Scourge of Gagarin, but I doubt that's the same person, right?
Probably is, actually. Given that they dragged his name through the mud. How come someone named Helgi?
I'm sorry, I'm not a tour guide. You'll have to ask somebody else.
We're trying to help him. And Gagarin, actually.
As it turns out. Helgi ever talk about working for Hephaestus?
Only every single time I see him. But listen,
so you do know where he is, then. Working with Ellie Yankton on a court case, it's for a good cause.
Ellie's a good person. That bodes well, but I can't violate my oaths. I'm sorry.
Nobody's asking you to, as far as
Listen.
I'm aware.
I can say that Helgi took up a job working at Clint's store just down the way. I saw him there stacking boxes the last time I picked up an order. I've got to get back to my work here, so if there's nothing else...
Would you vouch for Helge's character?
If it's patient medical records you're after, I'll remind you, I'm not at liberty to discuss that.
Not what we're after. Just want you to say nice things about him on drive. And as it pertains to his coherence at trial. Yeah, let's be honest.
We're thinking of taking Hephaestus to court with Dr. Hodgson as a witness. Now, given his situation, we're worried the defense might cast aspersions on his character, even question his mental health.
That's unfortunate, but not surprising. Look, if he agrees to testify and grants me permission, I could vouch for his well-being.
Thanks, Doc. If he does end up testifying, we'll definitely need you for the trial. Ellie Yankton will be in touch.
No promises.
Success.
With confidentiality, but I'll do my best. I need to get back to my work now, if you don't mind.
I mean, yeah, I can't see him refusing to consent to her giving him a character reference.
I don't miss all the extra heat from the old forges, that's for sure.
Quite like this space.
Trade, if you're looking for something special, just ask.
You know, someone named Helgi.
Funny you ask, because I'd like to know too. He owes me a sizable debt.
Can cover his cost in exchange for leads. How much does he owe you? $4,000, I guess. How much does he owe you?
Enough that he's no longer allowed in my store. I don't like denying service to anyone, but it's the principle of the matter.
When did you see him
I've
last?
seen him around, but never in one place, except when he needs money. I offered him a job, but he showed up to work drunk one day and I had to let him go. I don't have any ill will toward him. Sure, the credits I'd like to have back, but only because it'll mean he's gotten his life together.
I was trying to put a finger on what his accent was, but I couldn't for a minute. I realised it's South African, isn't it? More or less. Let's see if we can persuade.
I don't want to be mixed up with anything like that.
Just between us.
Maybe. Need to think about it.
I need this. I don't like my odds on this one. I definitely don't like that one because it's kind of thuggish. Don't like either of the top two, so the middle one I think is probably the least aggressive.
I do
It went
understand.
okay.
I'm trying to figure out a way to help you, okay? All right. Fine. I don't know where he is, but ask Lizzie up at the bar. She knows everybody.
Kind of new. He's not gonna vouch. But we'll ask.
You sure you got the right person? Helgi and I have had several run-ins in the past.
I'll find someone else.
Yeah, and while you're here, maybe see about buying something, eh?
Well, I mean, I do need to sell some
Taking in
stuff,
the
so
collection. Quite a... May not be the prettiest stock.
let's go. I can go. Go. You're not particularly wealthy, son, are you? Anything good? A very light urban eagle. Grenades, resources, any digipicks? Doesn't look. Yeah. Many, but some. I think I'll leave that there. Ask the bartender. That doesn't really bode well either.
Security
Welcome
is
back now.
usually good about keeping things straight.
Ah, yes.
Dizzy.
The detectives. I heard about you.
A reputation already? I'm impressed.
Slow news day, I guess.
I mean, the doctor's only keen to stay... Either somebody else overheard our conversation with the doctor, or the doctor only stays quiet if you're actually a patient. Can you help us find somebody?
There are very few secrets here in Gagarin, my friend.
I didn't mention, you right?
Just makes the ones that exist much more expensive.
It is what it is.
Heard you can help locate people.
I serve drinks here, friend.
We were told that you are a local crime.
We serve drinks here. Here's a list of our specials for today.
There's nothing on here.
Oh, that's strange. Here, let me fix that. Don't worry, it's just the one sale today.
Oh, right. Of course, it's a number. Here you go, Captain. All yours.
Oh, yeah, I'm trying to do Barrett a favour and he's handing me the bill. Any work we could do in exchange for his location? Let's try persuading her first.
The service I provide is worth quite a lot.
The not putting a bullet between your eyes is due. Nobody pay that much. How long will you get another offer? Nobody pay that much. You crazy?
Not sure that's the best way to get me on your side.
Mind you, I won't get information out of her if she's dead, will I? Sorry, not trying to be difficult. Just want to talk this through.
Look, I'd like to help, but...
Something's better than nothing. That's not going to get me over the threshold short of a miracle.
That's true.
Okay. Work something out. How long before you get another offer? I'm sure we can work something out.
Yeah, I hope so.
Just between us, now we're getting somewhere. Now we're getting somewhere.
I'm still willing to talk.
Just between us, no reason. How long before you get another offer? It's the only one I can potentially see. Try that one.
I'd like to help you. I really would.
Success.
All right. Consider it a favor. Sending the coordinates now.
Yeah. You own the bar?
Sure do. I came into some money right around the time the war ended. Places were selling for nothing. Every person with credits was flying to New Atlantis. I got this place for a wink and a nod. Have been slinging drinks the way I like 'em ever since.
I'm going to ask if she'll vouch, but probably not the best person. Doc's
Wait.
probably better bit.
So let me get this straight. You want the bartender to testify he's not a lousy drunk?
Second thought, you're right. This is a bad
Don't
idea.
have to tell me twice.
We'll stick with the doc.
Happy to take your credits anytime.
Doctor is definitely a better character witness. So he's probably somewhere down here then.
Gagarin was the one industry city for a long time. Now, we got a little
Here we go. Found him. Not exactly a cozy living arrangement. He's got a cot and a chair, some crap, and he lives down here amongst a bunch of machinery. I mean, if this stuff puts out heat, then at least he won't be cold, but... yeah, not exactly cozy.
I don't suppose you're here to tell me I've won a ticket to a new planet, huh?
Sorry, Doctor. Not today. We came to Gagarin to investigate Irvin Madani's contract with the mining company a long time ago. Ring any bells?
Irvin, yeah. Biologist. Hunter. Yeah, I remember him. Why? Who are you people?
Well, that's his husband. Want to discuss something you two worked on.
Then find the history slate. An ancient history slate. Because that's what it is.
Please.
A very tidy beard.
Irvin was once one of your colleagues. He was the one Hephaestus blamed for an ecological disaster about 20 years ago. Do you remember any of that?
No, I don't remember lies.
Trying to prevent mine coming to do more. Well, I think we know Irvin was Barrett's husband.
He passed on. That's a kick in the pants, isn't it? Well, sorry for your loss and all that, but I can't bring back the dead or anything. So you can go now. Thanks.
Look, I know this is strange. We show up out of the blue about things that happened decades ago. But right now, nobody save us knows the truth. And that means we're the only ones who can clear Irvin's name.
Anyone wants to set the record straight? We know about Hephaestus and collapse of the ecosystem.
And what of it? You probably think the sky is blue too. Well, you'd be wrong. It's whatever color Hephaestus says it is.
Only if you let them. You're a scientist. Your words matter. That's why we need you to testify.
Testify? The trial is over, the verdict rendered. In case you two clowns didn't get the memo.
And he got threatened out of talking. Ellie Yankton's reopened it. What do you remember about the case?
I remember not to talk with people who come asking questions about powerful corporations.
Why are you so reluctant to even try?
Because I tried before, and they threatened me. 20 years ago. I still wake up in fear almost every night.
Sounds like they did a good job then.
They said if I ever left Gagarin, I left my wife to protect her. She didn't deserve any of
Jesus.
this. Any of my mess.
Ellie Yankton's reopened the case.
Ellie Yankton? But why? It doesn't matter. Nothing's changed.
New evidence, all we need to use, all we need is for you to testify that the evidence is valid.
I can't. I cannot do that. Why is this so hard to understand here?
Dr. Carroll said you talk about Hephaestus a lot. Clearly it's been bothering you. Yeah, going with that one.
Yeah, been a thorn in my side, back and foot for 20 years. Maybe it's time I just pull it out.
I should say so. Stop mining companies doing this in the future. All but important. Letting Hephaestus get away with this has to bug you. Whistleblower wants. Clearly you know what the right thing is. Has to bug you, Hephaestus getting away with this.
And so what if it does? The ground don't got any say. It just gets stepped on over and over again.
More at stake than Irvin's case.
Easy
for
you
fuck's
to say.
sake.
You've got nothing to lose. Here's my thought. The case you have is the same as before. There is no guarantee you will win. And
I made the
don't
right
want to
choices
get
there.
myself killed over a verdict that won't actually change anything. So no, I won't testify for you. Count me out of your plans.
Okay, we get it. You don't have to testify. But if I could ask for one favor, Ellie could use some help with the defense. Any information you can give her. Records, proofs, things to help lay out the science.
Fine. I can do that. I can get her in touch with a colleague. Someone who can verify whatever evidence you've
I'd rather
got.
have him do it, but
Miss Yankton can even call them as a witness. Might even help your case. You'll have an expert reading my notes, and not a drunk.
Thank you, Doctor.
Yeah, don't get all mushy on me now. I need a drink.
I mean, cowardice does have a price, doesn't it? Price paid about here. I can always reload further back if I need to, but I feel like I failed that one more on the roll of a dice than on making the wrong choice, which is annoying. I wouldn't mind if it was one way or the other, but the fact it's kind of both is a bit irritating.
Let's get back to Ellie. She'll want to know how this went.
I'm not closing the door this time, got me bod.
Okay, you two, lay it on me. Did you find Helgi? Did he agree to testify?
Yes
Well,
and no.
we've got good news and bad news. Which do you want first?
Ugh, I hate this game. Just give me the bad news first.
The bad news. Helgi declined to be our witness. But the good news is he's going to refer a colleague to testify on his behalf. That means confirming the scientific veracity of every document we've gathered, and challenging any ringers the defense hires to dispute it.
Well, at least we don't have to worry about any character assassination. And having an independent party examine the data isn't the worst idea either. I'm going to view this as a win. Well, you two have done all
Might work
that
out
you-
okay.
Now it's time to hand the baton off to me.
What do you think, Ellie? Do we have a chance?
You've done a pretty decent job gathering evidence for this case.
So what's the verdict? In this case, I'd say spoilers are appreciated.
I am cautiously optimistic we can win this case.
Optimism is good, especially from you, Ellie.
The main thing is we'll be able to clear Irvin's name. Of that, I have no doubt. As for charging Hephaestus with a crime and clearing Helgi, that's more of an uphill battle, but I'll see what I can do. All in all, though, really outstanding work. We wouldn't have gotten this far without your efforts. And I've got to imagine that wherever Irvin is, he appreciates it too.
Agreed, Ellie. And thanks for being our anchor in this. We should probably get out of Ellie's way and let her do her thing. We can talk more in private.
Yeah, I think that's a logical way of attending to that particular issue. Like, getting a scientist to review the evidence and vouch for it, who doesn't have a direct connection, is not such a bad thing, although it definitely doesn't have questionable character. Although, I can't remember exactly how we found out that Helgi had been threatened out of it. I thought she was the one who passed on that information to us. Somebody discovered that he was threatened out of testifying the first time. I can't remember who it was. But yeah, that in itself would be the crime to have him charged with, as well as the environmental destruction.
We actually did it. Solved the case. And hopefully cleared Irvin's name. I feel like, what's the old saying? A great weight has been lifted off my shoulders? But it's actually true. I feel like I'm 80% biomass and 20% aerogel.
What? What's an aerogel?
It's a substance that is literally lighter than air, depending on the planet. Habitable planets tend to range from 1 to 2 milligrams per cubic centimeter. Most aerogels are about 1/10 of that. I feel like I'm currently hovering in that territory. Give or take 1/10.
Good way to confirm. Happy for you. Must be relieved. Must be a relief.
It's a relief. A grace. A seismic gravitational shift. I feel like a new man.
When do you think we'll get a verdict?
Ellie would know better than I, but I doubt it'll be anytime soon. These things tend to involve a lot of red tape. It's a special kind of adhesive that makes you stick to old filing cabinets and manila envelopes.
I like that description, actually. Do you think things will change?
I hope so.
Slowly, hopefully.
Tug of war between the workers and the mining corps. But there's one thing we've got in our favor. There's more of us than there are of them. All it takes is for the people to realize it.
Yeah. They've got money, lawyers, and guns, so... glad you're feeling better.
I'm feeling great. Although I could do with some wine and cheese.
That'll make you feel heavier again.
Emotional satisfaction when we can indulge in the culinary too. But if I can be serious for a moment, thank you. I couldn't have done this without your help.
Anything for a friend?
That makes 2 of us. 3 if you count Harvey. And who wouldn't? He's practically family. In fact, Harvey's got a little explorer in him too. According to this slate I found, turns out that our spiky friend's been all across the galaxy.
Perhaps Harvey has a preference of where we're going now. It's behind us, but business. Wonder if Harvey has a home. Wonder if Harvey has a home planet we can visit.
I doubt it. Harvey's a wanderer. Getting lost is how he finds his way home.
Glad to have you with me. It's been nice.
We've been through a lot, haven't we? I had forgotten what it was like to work with someone so closely.
Certainly been through a lot.
On top of everything else we've done together and with Constellation, yeah, I think so. Investigating Irvin's case with you is something I'll remember forever. I've come to realize that some events, some people, stand out as pillars of my life.
Does tend to be the way.
It's whatever leaves an impression on you, right? Moments that define our lives, where our future diverged from our expectations. People who changed you, or people you've changed.
Some people do indeed change us.
Some of them do. And if we're lucky, they change us for the better. We only get a brief moment in this universe to interact, to feel, to be who we are and experience the range of emotions that our bodies and minds have evolved to comprehend.
Did you eat something weird? No, don't comprehend any of that. Most people don't get the opportunity. Living life to the fullest is a gift.
And the definition of that changes for everybody. If one is fortunate, you might even notice events and people changing you while it is in motion.
Constellation certainly changed who I am.
Like any group, Constellation is only capable of doing that because of the people within it. I've explored many worlds, and I've worked with Constellation for most of my life. I cherish those memories. But you have changed me as a person forever. I don't want to look back years from now and wonder what if. I need to know what you think about us.
Ooh, there we go. Dropping on the friendship one here.
There's nothing more important to me in the entire universe, my friend.
It's made Barrett dismissible. Wonderful. Cool. I think I'm probably going to dismiss him back to my ship. Maybe not. Probably. At last.
We should catch up sometime. Later.
Holy.
Hey there. What can I do?
I guess we have pretty low gravity on this part. 0.89. Not that low.
Back in the lap of luxury.
There we go. It has gone moderately well. Could have been better, could have been worse. Mostly went well, I think. I finally got Barrett's mission cleared off, which I decidedly desperately needed to do.
And we're off. Smooth as glass.
Recalculating. Yeah.
Alright then. So now, we can make our way back to Neon. Let's just land on the outer edge, I think.
I have something for you.
Nice. So, back to absolute power. Although I do believe there was something else that I had to do here on Volley 2. Oh yeah, bare metal. Frank Rinrick at Neon Tactical asked me to find a gang member named Warlord who vandalized a security bot, retrieve credits as compensation. And there's other stuff that I'm not going to do right now. Cool. This is a very, very cool, especially being here at night. Looks absolutely amazing with the contrast. Yeah, I put a load of photos on Instagram today of Neon, with it looking that epically awesome.
Keep moving. Scanners won't hurt you.
Up to the street. Come on, Barrett. I'll probably have to send him off, actually, just so that I don't have too many issues. Here we go. Let's go and turn this... There we go, that's it, isn't it? It's the gun shop. Turn this quest in.
What are you looking to blow a hole in something?
Warlord won't be bothering you
Good
anymore.
work. I hope you made him squirm.
And pay, in fact. Definitely squirmed.
Good. I bet that punk shit his pants when you threatened him. Thanks. Styx is gonna get a new paint job, a coat of wax, the works. He's gonna look brand new. Oh, and here, for your trouble.
Nice. Honestly, I kind of think he looks cool with all the graffiti on him, actually, but, you know.
Word is, the Borealis, you know the DJ? Well, she's moping around because she lost something important.
Talk to Borealis. Not right now. I'm going to check if I've still got the right quest running. Do not. Somewhere around here, there should be a door that will get me through to the area I need to be in. Just down here, and there we go. Inside, there we go. And a copper. Excellent choice, Gray.
Can you believe Xenofresh charges us?
Further to do a fee to fishing in Neon. I'm not surprised, given that that's where they get their aurora from. Here we go. I'm going to drop a save. Just in case anything goes wrong. So, as a little reminder, we need to enter Genodyne through the storage entrance. Acquired a passkey for Genodyne's storage room from Ayumi Komiko. Should now head to their facility located in Neon's underbelly. Which will not make me popular if I get caught down it. Am I? Excellent choices there, Gray. Evening, Stella. How are we doing? Hope you well. So, this is cool. A whole area we haven't had a look at yet. The underbelly of Neon. Presumably where Xenofresh is harvesting its aurora from these nasty beasties.
Happens. And by magic, I mean creating aurora out of fish guts, I guess.
Interesting looking part of town. I wonder if this means I'll be getting on Xenofresh's submarine at some point. Oh shit. Get out of there before that security person decides that we've got a problem with me. Off-will eats. Kind of misread that, eh? Screen's seen better days. Quick shop, eh? Genodyne's where I definitely need to go, but...
I'm afraid I'm not in the best of spirits right now, but I'll try and help.
Who are you?
Hello. I'm sorry if I sound rude, but would you mind coming back later? We're actually closed right now.
You did good, Star?
Just forget to pull down the shutters.
But nothing terribly bad has happened.
I'm afraid so, but I don't really want to talk about it right now. Perhaps another time, when I'm feeling up to it.
Assume nothing will change your mind?
I'm afraid not, but come back tomorrow and perhaps I'll be strong enough to speak to you. Right now, I can't.
Fair enough. Talk to her another day then. Okay, so heading on in here, we're probably going to get into trouble. So that was the lift we came down. That's quite cool. I didn't realise it was directly above the entrance. Fascinating, because that's the way to the spaceport, which is... That's not my ship, but I bet if I come around here and have a look from over here... There's my ship! It's very cool. Assuming this is another way up to Ebbside, the other side of Ebbside. Looks like it probably is. It also looks like it's a load zone. Right. Here goes. Next week off. Nice. Very nice.
Everybody works the best when they're scared and tired, right?
Not generally, no. What you spotted? Okay. Time to get our sneak on.
What the hell was that?
Hey, did you hear that?
Oh, nothing to see here. I suspect Barrett's going to drop me in the crap, but if he is, I'll reload. Well, something dropped me in the crap. Probably Barrett, just on general principle. I don't know, people think they get away with shooting at me. That's not acceptable at all. Yeah. Sarah pulling her Astrid vibes, which I do need to put on Instagram at some point. Which I probably would have done today, but I put a load of other stuff up, so. Keeping you busy,
Everybody
sir.
works the best when they're scared and tired. Lost in my thoughts, but glad to be back. Okay. Waiting here. Watch yourself.
Oh, I will, don't you worry. Okay. Somehow I need to manage to be sneaky. Seem to get away with that. Don't have any chems that'll improve my sneaky, do I? That actually would.
There's nothing there.
Well, I got in here nice and quiet. Don't know if it's where I need to be, but I got in here quiet. Feeling more of the chems I just took, so that's not a bad thing. Don't see any icons to tell me that okay. I don't see any icons to tell me that I'm still under the influence. I got past that person. Get back here, you.
Where'd you go?
Little casual murder. You know, it's definitely a good bet. Do enjoy a good Pinot.
Everybody works the best when they're scared and tired, right?
Careful to pronounce that correctly.
Dusty. Dusty. Dusty.
Yeah, you stay here, Barrett. You noisy
Gotcha.
git. Ooh, Lamborghini. That's rough. What? What did I do? Didn't do nothing. clearly completely innocent. Sunderland now. I believe that's my father-in-law's. No, he's not from Sunderland, he's from Middlesbrough. I think. I forget, it blurs. Well, that went a little bit better. Just the thing I need to find is somewhere else, is it? Oh, down there somewhere. Keep our sneak on. Same place, really. Well, there's a security bot there. I don't imagine he's going to be best pleased to see me. Close the hatch and then hopefully he can't see me. I don't know how. Right. Grape juice, pretty much, yeah. Definitely more of a dry fan myself. Like the oh! Oh!
Unable. Repair not possible.
I believe I failed. Rick Norwich last night. I have no idea, Stars, to be honest. I don't know how closely he follows football. Imagine he'd follow it more closely. It was probably a bit busy.
And tired, right?
I don't know, TBH.
Talk to me, my dear friend.
Wait here, yeah.
Right ho.
Now then. Can I go on with Sauvignon? Sauvignon's alright, it's a little late. I don't know. Doesn't quite do it for me in the same way. Gotta love a jump scare. Yep. Double capacity. Nice. That's definitely not a bad one there, Gray. 96 rounds. Christ. Yeah, bullet hose is a good phrase there. What's mine got on it? I can't remember now. Cornered, crippling, and titanium. So it's light. Does extra damage if I take damage, and hitting limbs boosts the damage as well. Not the best, but not the worst either. Got another one recently, but it wasn't quite as good in the end. I think it was a lower tier, but it had better effects on it. control room is probably where I need to get to. Whew. Technicians. And the security dude. Yes, this is not exactly... I mean, it's the very heart of Genodyne's operation, but... Don't drink wine, but cook with it. Never lasts long enough for me to cook with it. Never had much luck with Aussie wine, though. Well, that's just my luck or what, I don't know, but I've not found one I enjoyed yet. There we go. The cooking sherry. Guessing there's just goodies to nick in here. We got. Nothing good there. Well, goodies to nick, technically yes, but oh, I picked that up, but you don't need it. Black market antiquities, I love that though. Did you pick? Anything here I don't really need that, to be honest. Let's get rid of all that. That's probably fine for now. Don't mind me mopping bot. Panopticon has worn off. Okay, good to know. Stop putting Aussie wine when they put a gecko on the label. Well, now I know what's behind this door. And I need to get over there somehow. Ah. Conveniently placed an impractically large vent. Complimented on your wine drinking. Never seen so many crazy straw before. Go, 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 go. Don't get greedy. kind of got greedy. Ah, crap.
Is someone there?
Where'd he run off to? I need some help here.
I got caught! Hopefully, I think I saved it more recently than back where Barrett was. I hope I did. I meant to. Thought about it. Did I do it? We'll find out in a minute, I guess. I did not. Heck.
Everybody works the best when they're scared and tired, right?
Stop shouting at me, Barrett. I guess I did not actually click the button when I thought about it. Press the button. Took you nearly a week to realise if you moved one hab on your ship, then your 4-tier ship would have only one ladder on it, and that would go all the way to the docker. So what, from you'd have one ladder that went right throughout the whole ship? Steve?
You ever saw anything like that before? Do you see that hole in the ceiling too?
When... Go ahead and assume that's probably not a good idea. You're either brilliant or a crazy fool, Barrett, and I don't know which it is. Or where I am. Oh, I'm here. Okay. Now, where the fuck can I hide Barrett that he won't get seen? I meant to tell him to stay behind and I forgot.
Sensors have detected possible enemy activity. I will investigate. Searching. I am engaging a hostile target.
Only ladder to docker. Ground level has no access. Second to third connect by cockpit. There's only docker to the fourth level that has a ladder.
Everybody works the best when they're scared
Okay.
and tired,
I think
right?
I vaguely see what you mean there, Steve. Right.
You got it.
Stay. Try again. This will be the one, right? Yeah, it sounds like you've got the cockpit, or a cockpit that I would like to use, but don't currently have available. Or I tried and couldn't come up with a design I was happy with, or some variation of that. Fuck. Cockpit from New Homestead. Yeah, that's the one I was thinking of, Steve. There's one that's available at the Deimos Star Yard that I seem to recall is quite good as well, but oof. I'll drop some crap in a minute. I hit it, I think. Holy crap. Right. Actually, I do want to keep that, don't I? Go. It's not what I wanted to pick up. Yay. Use the Deimos one for Battle for Galactica build. Warning, frequent stops and backing. Don't follow too closely. But you have to get right up behind it if you want to read that. Was the only thing I wanted in here. I want to move some ammo. Right. Try this again. This time I will drop a quick save. Somewhere around about here. Interesting ideas there. Ship builds. A Genodyne poster would be nice to have. He's been doing drugs in the event. Nothing to see here. Please don't see anything here.
Getting jumpy.
Ooh.
Xion security.
That's what you get for doing your job. A very rare glitch in the game where if you park at a space station ship can detach yourself and fly off shooting all the ships it can find. Well, without any pilot on board. Snakey, snakey, snake. Quite mean to press that button, but what can you do? It just developed its own AI. Very strange. I think I mostly maybe kind of got away with that one. Ah, vent. It's definitely the way. Yeah. Unless you've got massive luck and sneak skill, I'd imagine doing this a lot of times is necessary. It seems to be my only way out. Concern. Another one of those. Oof. Well, so far so good. Not particularly good. Yeah, technically worth it. Woo! Made it that time. Peering over that hedge before you drop down will be the exact time you quick save. Yeah, I can see why you would. There's an autosave for me. Really does look very much sci-fi. It also gives you the kind of this is where all the wires connect to brains, and there's some kind of weird supercomputer thing where somebody's trying to develop an immensely powerful computer brain interface to make themselves some kind of supervillain vibe going on down here. Conjunction. What are we doing now? Status, download plans. That's what I'm here for. Download the plans. Encoded with an encryption. To decrypt, obtain cipher from Chief Technician Brayson Bayo in R section. Okay, that's what I came for. Current power status. Good. Conduction grid. Electromagnetic absorption system using a shroud suspended above neon as lightning conduction array. When discharge is created between the array and the troposphere, the energy is spread evenly across the system's receptors. It is then transported via conductive conduits into our wires, in short, into our processing facility, where it passes through a series of polyphasic capacitors and rectifiers. This ensures that the incoming energy is equalized from its original positive and negative state. Once energy is cleaned, it gets stored in power storage cells located in the power core of the facility. So, these big-ass batteries, then. I need to go and find Mr. Brayson Bay, I think, isn't it? Downloaded the data. Unfortunately, it's heavily encrypted. In order to make use, I'll have to acquire an encryption cipher from Brayson Bay, Genodyne's chief technician and brother of Neon's administrator, mayor, head honcho. I don't want to pick that up either. I'm not going to use it. Some of the factors recommending going that way. See another way to get there. Right now, anyway.
Honestly, just sign his name yourself. It's not like that moron can comprehend any of the theorems in the first place. Of course it does. But instead of getting so worked up about it, buy some Aurora, get some, and forget about the whole thing. That's how I get by.
Yeah, instead of doing something about the fact that the employer's screwing you over, you just go get high instead. So it seems like a master plan to me. Like that, and like that. I think this is his office, so is that the right one? Message system from Comico. Your last batch of progress reports was disappointing. 3 years, no results, no excuse for that, including trying to blame your failures on Chief Technician Bayou. According to your file, you came to Genodyne with the highest recommendations, but apparently we were misinformed. Don't see an uptick in results soon. I was searching for a replacement supervisor. Sorry to report another failure with the experiment. That one, I'm confident that we could adapt the conduction grid to be used as an EM shield for spacecraft. I'm afraid our limitations are making the task impossible. Checking in you to remind you that the entire laboratory facility is completely cleared of all personnel for Mr. Harada's impending visit on Saturday. So you know Mr. Harada is a bit of a germaphobe, and I have given him every assurance that he won't encounter employees during his tour. Fair warning, anyone that we encounter will be instantly terminated. And we know that's because he's hiding his identity. See, I don't know how much more of these corporate shenanigans are concerned. I've been yelled at twice by Yumi this week for trying to go over ahead, and yet I'm worried that my job is in jeopardy. We both share the same concerns, so I hope you'll be able to meet me at Euphorica for a drink this evening. We have a lot to discuss. Yeah, I was hoping. Yep, this looks like it might get me closer to where I need to be. So we're down on Serenity build. Nice. Serenity's supposed to be a cargo ship, isn't it? Spy's office, unsurprisingly. I think I just got spotted. I did. Yep, it was bad. Yeah, don't blame you for not using Twitter very much, though, guy. The way things been going lately, who'd wanna? Ooh, there's a safe I missed there. Nab that. It is an advanced lock. Okay. Yeah, so if I put that over there. It's those two. So basically I can use anything else that'll work to get me through this. Okay. Access. Take it, making sure this is all here. I'm a little bit over encumbered again though, so we find something to ditch. Don't think I've got a right lot that I can ditch, unless there's any crap guns here that are not worth very much. That's the weakest, is it? Value-wise. Also the lightest. I need to drop quite a lot, apparently, weight-wise. Something else I picked up. There was stuff in here that I picked up that was actually worth dropping. Keep that. That is quite heavy for what it is. Yeah, ditch that. And a bunch of this stuff for decoration, but some of it's surprisingly heavy. Apparently I am pushing my luck here. I need to find some... There's got to be something somewhere I get rid of that's actually worth dropping. There we go, that'll do it. Snap on a lot on Instagram. I don't use Snapchat or TikTok or Telegram. Telegram's a bit weird. It seems to have become mainstream despite having always kind of alarmed me as being, you know, very tailored. I got this weird vibe that it was tailored towards seriously dodgy behaviour, Telegram, so not that I have any kind of need for it anyway. I steered away from it, but yeah. WhatsApp I use. Mostly for talking to friends and family, though. Whew. Catch up a bit. MySpace and Google Plus. Used MySpace briefly. Never really used Google Plus, though. Facebook I try to stay away from as much as possible. Reddit have tried to stay away from. Discord I use a lot. A fair bit, anyway. Okay. Right then. Less than stellar individual.
Oh, it's you. I was wondering how long it would take you to get down here.
Ah, interesting.
If you want the encryption cipher, you're welcome to it. I just don't want anyone getting hurt.
How did he know I was coming? How did he know what I want? And he's surprisingly agreeable. How did he know I was there for the encryption cipher?
When you accessed the computer in the power core, it sent a notification to me here.
Ah.
I knew you were coming. I just didn't know when.
So what's the catch?
No catch. I'm not trying to trick you. You want the cipher? It's yours. At this point, I'd do anything to get back at my brother. He deserves everything he's got coming to him.
Okay. Who's your brother?
You're kidding, right? My brother is Benjamin Bayou. The one and only. He's the administrator of Neon. And the reason I'm so damn miserable.
So there's something going on between you and your brother's not my problem. You have sure you have a good reason to take your brother. He deserves everything coming. Yeah, he deserves everything coming to him.
I think you could safely say that most of Neon would agree. You know, I've spent my entire life living in Ben's shadow. Everything always works out for him, while I've been bouncing from one job to the next, barely keeping afloat. And all the while, he laughs at me behind my back. Thinks it's hilarious to make fun of his stupid brother.
And yet doesn't let anybody else make fun of him.
Find out.
Give me the cipher a good way to get back at him. You should expose him for everything shady he's done. Take him out. How do you know he talks about you behind your back?
One advantage to being perceived as stupid is that no one takes you seriously. When I walk into a party, I'm instantly the resident social pariah. But my eyes and ears are wide open. I can't tell you the number of times I've overheard that my brother has spread amusing anecdotes about his stupid brother.
Should expose him for everything shady he's done.
That wouldn't do any good. For every scheme he's gotten himself into, he has a bulletproof exit strategy. Man's virtually immortal. You know what? I am sick to death of being pushed around. It's my turn to take control for once. The passcode for my terminal is GEN-41A18. That should give you access to the cipher and whatever else you need. I'm getting out of here while I still can. After you're done, I suggest you do the same.
Upload virus, decryptor, production. Why ain't your brother at such odds with each other?
Because he's
bad
a
mouths them.
two-faced son of a bitch, that's why. It's not like I should be surprised. When we were younger, we never got along very well. I mean, he's 11 years older than I am. We had 2 different mothers. Might as well have been from 2 separate families.
Interesting. Must have been tough.
That's an understatement. I never knew my actual mother. She was my father's mistress. And I was told she vanished from Neon when I was only 2 years old. Ben's mother, she didn't give a crap about me. Wouldn't even let me call her Mom. I just had to call her Liliana. Can you imagine? And then there's Dad. So buried in the day-to-day operations of Neon, he didn't have time to pay attention to his bastard son.
Sounds like Benjamin resents where you came from, but was still born with a silver spoon in your mouth. Have you ever sorted out your birth mother?
Yeah, I've tried, but I always hit a dead end.
Doesn't sound good.
It's as though she was here one day and suddenly vanished the next. And then her existence was erased from everyone's memory. I wouldn't be at all surprised if my father had her killed to avoid public embarrassment. That's the kind of man he was.
Sounds about right. Sounds like Benjamin resents where you came from.
Or he could just be a first-class asshole who takes after our father.
Or both.
Look, I appreciate what you're trying to do, and it's nice to get this off my chest, but talking about it isn't going to change a thing. That's why I gave you the encryption cipher. Anything I can do to stick it to Ben, that's the real therapy.
How'd you end up at Jardine?
As usual, you can thank my dear brother for that. At first, he made me deputy administrator. That went well, until I wouldn't cooperate with Owen Dexler and all of his thugs at Neon Security. Then he had me work with Valentina over at Xenofresh, helping with Aurora distribution, until she pinned the credit skimming scam on me.
Which presumably was her, not him.
Here I am, chief technician at Generdyne, when I don't even know the first thing about electrical engineering.
How rough are things down here?
On a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being the worst, I'm at about, I don't know, a -8. I don't have the background for this electrical engineering stuff. Chief technician? It's ridiculous. Ben stuck me down here expecting me to work miracles. He didn't stop for even a second to think of the repercussions. That's so typical. All I need is one.
There's ways to make that work.
And I could shove this job right in his face. Damn, that would feel good.
Fairly sure the conduction grid can be adapted into anti-EM weapon technology. Sorting out that power coming from the conduction grid must take some seriously robust power cells. Keep plugging away at it. Leave Neon strike out on your own. You know what? He's either a really cunning individual or somebody who's actually genuine. And I feel like this guy's not lying to me, so I'm going to go with the Crimson Fleet option, and which weirdly is the good option, kind of. Or appears to be, anyway. And so, yeah. Help those people with their project. And
holy crap. You might be right.
Yep.
I mean, it would take some time, but I bet I could figure it out.
Some of your team.
All this time I've been trying to develop something new, and it's been staring me in the face for years. Oh man, that is so like me. Thank you for giving me that kick in the ass I needed to get going.
Some of the people who work for him already on that as well, but struggling. We read earlier.
Do me a favor and don't tell my brother we talked. He wouldn't like it.
Well, no, he wouldn't. Decryption. Nice. Now I'm supposed to upload her virus. I can't quite remember whether or not that's Something I actually want to do. According to last month's budget reports, you spent over 10,000 credits and you've nothing to show at the review. This has to stop. For the last 2 years, you've been promising some kind of breakthrough and you have nothing to show for your supposed efforts. Spoken to Harada and we're both very disappointed. That being his brother. But willing to give you another chance. Bring us something tangible. Items have to pull storage cell 4 offline again today for full diagnostic. According to figures, it's reporting 93% efficiency rating, which indicates it's slowly but surely in a process of degradation. We must get the budget to fix these aging power cells, or in a few years' time we could be looking at total plant shutdown. That's not good. As per your request, here's the status of currently active experiments. Failed, ongoing. That's a windmill test, interesting. Failed. Active. And ongoing. Donald Laren Construction. Emergency exit to your office has been completed per your specs. Lift should bring you directly to the surface and can be easily accessed using standard elevator call system. Costs have been deducted from your personal account as requested. Let me know if you have issues with the product. Well, that's what the 10,000 credits was for, I'm sure. Okay, before I do that, I do have to upload a Souls virus, apparently. It won't let me progress if I don't, from the look of it, so I didn't really want to do that, but cool. So there's a way out through here, so we'll get on that. Can't close this door, unfortunately. I'll probably just have a shufty around here and not have to sneak because I'm in a separate load zone. He's got a lot of stuff on display. Some of it I wouldn't mind displaying myself if I could. Nothing there that I'm actually going to take though. That's interesting. Benjamin Bay's patent house restricted trade tower lobby. Don't suppose it's going to let me do that? No. At least we know there's a way in there if I need it. If I can find a way to open up the lift. And outside the Astral Lounge, a not very secret lift.
That's nothing new. The place is a dump.
Maybe we should set up more posts in the area.
Why bother? If they want to tear themselves to shreds, let them. As long as all that stays out of the plaza, our job is done.
Here we go.
Catherine Luzion keeps demanding we look into her husband's murder. Murder? Yeah, right. Hysterical old broad.
So that's what she was upset about, the lady we saw on the way in. You're regretting telling the secretary guy to send the report. Turns out he's not such a bad guy after all. No follow up from that, we feel guilty. Yeah. Yeah. You'd think the Fallout get himself, the secretary get himself into trouble, but by reporting, I think, did he report? I can't remember who he sent it to. I thought he sent it to the elder bay, in which case it would be a problem, but the younger one's apparently not such a problem anyway. Catch you later, Hayes. Let me get one. So, return to Estelle, who will be at the Astral Lounge now. Nice, I'm actually going the wrong way. Barrett's still hanging down there, is he? I best go and get him out of there, hadn't I? Unless that's done the job and he's appeared here. No, apparently he stayed put. That's weird.
I'd be making a fortune.
Quick shop, yeah, that was where that lady, his husband, was murdered. Is. Normally, as soon as you go through a load zone, Barrett immediately pops up behind you, but he didn't this time. He's still not actually here. Okay.
You know I went to chef school? This ain't exactly what I saw.
Let's try a thing here. Either Benjamin cans his brother, as this was the final straw, or he retaliates against the secretary guy. I can't see him canning his brother because, I mean, his brother might walk when he's successful. Huh. Yeah, I would imagine either. Why can't I fast? There we go. I would imagine if the younger brother is successful in adapting the technology, he'll either walk with it.
No matter how long we're gone, it's always good to.
In which case, he may take it out on the receptionist who criticises his brother, but Benjamin does seem to be reasonably protective of his brother. Just also, you know, kind of a he can abuse him but nobody else can kind of vibe. So I would guess he'd take it out on the receptionist anyway. But I feel like what's the name? The lady who we met in the Aurora Den last time. She's the one who's most likely to end up getting the fallout.
Seems like the Crimson Fleet is everywhere these days, spreading like a virus through the set of systems.
Lower level has the best character, one of the best characters in the game.
Place is abandoned in the colony war.
Well, I'll be heading back down there eventually, so hopefully we'll meet them. But not for today. You never know, they might get modded into being a... there's the Astral Lounge. Oh dear. Yeah, it might get modded into being a companion eventually, but it seems more likely than Bethesda doing it, to be honest. I had to guess. That is very harsh on the eyes. This would not be my first choice of drinking venue. Should pick him up in a small part of quest later. Yeah. Yeah, he might do that, but it's also possible he'll just take the technology and walk out, right? Which can, you know, flip his brother off and walk out, take the technology that he's invented, the EM shielding stuff, or his team's invented, and go somewhere else with it. In which case, Benjamin wouldn't get to can him because he's already quit. That would be my guess on how that's going to go down. I don't want to be on the lower floor. People on the upper floor can just.
There
Oh shit!
Are. What kept you? I believe we have a lot to discuss. It's obvious you're here to meet someone. Fortunately for them, they rented this VIP room under a false name. I assume that same someone provided you with that clever little virus you installed into Genodyne's systems.
If you know I'm here, you know what's at stake. I have no clue what you're talking about. If you're so smart, figured out you were expecting me.
Well, yes. You didn't think your little foray into Generdyne would go completely undetected, did you?
I mean, the only person who detected me was his brother, who definitely would not pass it on to him. So, should have been. I have no clue what you're talking about.
Oh, I think you do. Please, don't insult my intelligence. You know, I should give credit where it's due. That virus is quite impressive. It will cost me tens of thousands of credits to remove. That's the last time I'll ever take the Crimson Fleet's capabilities for granted.
Taking a deal with the fleet will be cheaper. If you know I'm from the fleet, then you know I'm in business. I'll remove it for half that amount. Why do you care if the Crimson Fleet steals Generdyne secrets?
Because, like the majority of revenue-generating businesses in the city, I have a vested interest in Generdyne's profits. But more importantly than simply losing money, I don't like anything in my city being interfered with without my...
If I can bring him down, I will. Because I don't like him very much. Cutting a deal will be cheaper than paying to remove it. Not because I'm siding with the fleet so much as it's the option that screws him the most.
Probably. But do you want to know why that's not going to happen? It's because I don't negotiate with pirates. They don't understand commitments or contracts. How to get the deal done with finesse.
To be fair, I'll blow his head off and leave before anybody can do anything about it.
Force and violence. Shoot first, take whatever you want, and ask questions later. That's not how I do business.
No, you just terrorize anyone who disagrees with you.
Yes. I suppose I have become somewhat of a legend in the Freestar Collective. Look, I'm not here to debate. I'm here to make an offer. All you have to do is tell me who's profiting from the virus you've uploaded. In return, I'll let you leave the city alive.
I've always appreciated that you get right to the point, Bayou.
Tell him it was his brother, no. And what will happen to that person? Well, they'll die.
You don't have to worry about that in the least. You point me to our little mole, and I'll do the rest. You don't even have to get your hands dirty.
Well, I'm not going to tell him who it was, because I'm not going to turn anyone, not even a pirate, over to him. Because I mean, look at him. He's got a triangular face. He's obviously evil. I'm not good. I mean, I could say it was me, but he's not going to believe it. Pin it on his brother, and he might believe it, but probably not. No, I don't really fancy screwing his brother over. He's been screwing his brother over enough. Doesn't need any stuff making it worse. I'm not paying him either.
Hey, anyone in there? Let's go. Time is money.
So I guess I'm going to try this one and see how that goes.
Really? That's the story you're going with. Very well. There's a body that Neon Security is going to be discovering very soon. One with concrete evidence that links you to the murder. I'd say you have about 1 hour to leave this place before you have a price on your head.
Murder? Even for you, that is remarkably low, Bayou. You must be very, very worried.
So, I assume this concludes our little arrangement, and you'll be leaving our fair city. Oh, when you get back to the key, be certain to give Neva and Delgado my warmest regards.
Make a good DLC to try and take him down. Just on general principle. I was at least hoping a Barrett-type reaction, but no. He's actually a ghost. Yeah. If we were able to fix the and it'd be less interesting. That's probably true. This place is extremely hard on the eyes. To be honest though, yeah, I could have just shot him in the head and walked out. And yeah, I might have been unable to return to Neon anytime soon. Do you lot want to get out of my way? Yeah, because somebody probably would have detected me leaving. That's the hard part. Leaving without being tied to the crime.
Yeah.
There we go. There's doorways to the side all over the place. Yeah, there's definitely something to be said for that, I think, Greg. A recurring antagonist.
Sleep crates for rent. I have some sleep crate units available for rent, but someone like you, trust me, you can do better. If you're struggling, sleep crates are the budget accommodation choice of Neon. It's tight, it's got a smell that's an acquired taste. If you're in the market for a sleep crate, they sadly sell themselves because they're very, very cheap.
People actually live in these things?
That they do. It's the families that really get me. And when those families can no longer even afford a sleep crate, well, that's just my favorite part of the job. Nice meeting you.
I guess you can rent one of these. Ah, I see. These ones got slightly more space in them than the ones on the other side did, that just literally were even more pod-like. Holy crap, that is a steep staircase.
helps you get a better job. It basically pays for itself.
If this ship doesn't end soon, my man is not good.
Alright. So, still stayed at Madame Savage's and either dropped us in it. That is a cool outfit, Miss Sandoval. Not really my thing. Or got word of the trouble that was coming our way.
Glad you're back. Sorry about the whole Benjamin Bayou thing at the Astral Lounge, but I didn't have much of a choice. Can you believe the nerve of that smug son of a bitch? The man is priceless.
Don't scare me, pretty terrifying. Handle it. What happened to the Astral Lounge?
Well, I was hoping we'd celebrate your return with some drinks and a pile of Aurora. I was about to start partying early when Boone Morgan tipped me off that Bayou was on his way down with some Neon security goons. I'm pretty sure I missed him by less than a minute. Left a ton of good stuff behind, damn it.
Handled the situation.
So I've heard. Throwing yourself under the bus like that. Ouch. You are one crazy son of a bitch.
I think it's probably the cheapest option that didn't cost me something else I would rather lose. For the fleet benefits us all, got what I needed, sorry you didn't. Yeah, if I could have not put that thing in there, I would have done. For the fleet benefits us all.
That might help you sleep at night, but doesn't do me a hell of a lot of good. Since Bayou flagged the virus, I can't risk accessing the system now. All that work I did trying to crack Generdyne is gone. Now I'm in a bit of a
It's your own
bind.
fault.
The prep work for this job put me in deep for a bunch of cash, and I have no way to pay it all back.
Neither is. Gonna go back to the Cape, wording with Delgado. And we get some credits to cover expenses now. Who do you owe money to?
Well, a business partner of mine named Nix was the author of the virus. Don't know if you know him or not. Then
Nope.
there's the folks I paid to keep an eye on Ayumi Komiko, a few of the guards at Generdyne. Like I said, it was a huge job. Honestly, I shouldn't be revealing my sources because that puts you on their radar as well. But hey, you asked.
Maybe I'll put word in with Delgado when I get back.
That's pretty cool of you to offer, but I know what he's gonna say.
Sorry, Estelle. This was your scheme. You're on your own.
Believe me,
Pretty much.
he's not gonna be much help. Look, I was hoping you'd pick up on what I was trying to ask. What the hell with it? I'll just ask. Can you cut me in for a little bit of cash you're making on this job? I mean, I did get you inside and practically hand you the data on the grid.
Sounds reasonable enough to me.
Yeah, I suppose I could do that.
I appreciate that. I really do. Having each other's back is what makes the fleet stronger, you know? How much are you willing to part with?
Jeez, there's quite a lot of options there. I don't particularly fancy giving her any money. Like, yeah, you have a cut of the profits when they come in. No. It's one thing giving her money I haven't got, or saying she can have a cut of money I haven't yet got, but giving her money I already have? Well, she got me in there. On the other hand, I have 4,000. I'm not giving her 9,000. That's ridiculous. She can have 4,000. I'll go down the middle, so I'm not the stingiest git ever.
This is perfect. It will definitely help. Thank you.
Oh yeah, and you
Thanks
owe
for
me
everything,
one.
Estelle.
All right, I guess we're done here. Tell Delgado if he ever needs me for anything else. I've still got his back. And hey, you won't be hearing Rook from me anymore. As far as I'm concerned, you're one of us now. Lifeblood of the fleet. If anyone tries to tell you otherwise, you send them to talk to me.
Do you believe Crix's legacy exists? Not asking her that because she doesn't know what's going on there yet, I don't think. What's next for you?
I hear things are heating up back at the Key, so I might fire up my bird and head over to check things out. Rumor has it that Delgado has some solid info on the Crix's legacy story he's been hawking for the last few years. If there's even a chance that it's true, I want to be there when Shinya Voss starts splitting the loot, if you catch my meaning.
You think it exists?
Now, how did I know you were going to ask me that?
Probably because you just brought it
Doesn't matter
up.
if I believe that Crix's legacy exists or not. What's important is that I believe in Delgado. If the man thinks that chasing shadows is going to make us rich, then who the hell am I to judge, right? I mean, I'm not going to jump off a cliff for him or anything, but hey, he needs an extra ship at his side. He's got it.
Yeah, there's reasonable limits, I suppose. Did Bay completely ruin your plans, Caesarvirus?
Completely ruined? Nah. I was hoping it would stay on Generdyne's mainframe for the long term, but hey, at least it's already fed me a huge amount of data. Nix really knows what he's doing, though he charged me about 6 months worth of earnings. With any luck, I'll be able to recoup my costs in no time. Tell Neva she still owes me a drink for our poker game.
Yeah, if I was cutting her in, I'd be like, yeah, okay, I'll cut you in, fair enough, you got me in, but you still owe me a favour at some unnamed point in the future when I need you to pull my ass out of the fire. Like, that's a debt I might be collecting on. Considering the no ratings around the outside of the platform, yeah, no, health and safety is definitely not much of a thing. That's pretty free with your money when you aren't doing him a favour. Yeah, he does seem quite happy to pass the bills on to me when I am as well.
That side's a bad place for you.
I'll go back now.
Neon security! Get back here! You're under arrest. No sudden moves.
Pay 10,000 credits. Oh dear God. I'm not fancying any of this. I should have. Try to go quietly. I'm not coughing up though.
Good. We don't need any more trouble today.
What's going to happen there? I may have to just reload because that conversation obviously took so long that security were on to me.
Don't worry. I was definitely cleaning the decks while you were in there.
7 days in jail, lost my antiquities, and a few bits and pieces, and it cost me XP. I'm all the way back to the start of the level. Fucking hell, for that? No. Thing there. I'm not liking that choice. Ran to ship with security running. Yeah, I'm tempted by that idea, Gray, and I'll see if I can... I mean, I can probably try and clear the bounty somewhere else, but I don't know how much that'll cost. I might be able to do it in here. But yeah, there's a lot of debts. He sure fucking does. Yeah, bounty 10,000 credits. I'm not paying that. 10,000 credits. What was the other option?
That side's a bad place.
I'm not paying 10,000 credits. Definitely not paying more than 10,000 credits. Not for a murder he's attempting to pin on me.
You're making things harder for yourself. Stop. Neon security, you're under arrest.
You're under a vest. No. 12,500. 10,000. I'll take the XP hit. And I can fight out and get a bigger bounty. Kind of screwed. I'm going to have to either take 10,000 hit, which means this has cost me 14 grand overall, which I'm not very happy about. Yeah, it's kind of know the way about it.
You want to do this the hard way, huh?
Yeah, I want to merge you for having the audacity to, you know what? Fuck it. Let's go crazy. Everybody has to die. I'm gonna depopulate this fucking place if I can, I think. And I'm down. Well, you know. If in doubt, mass homicide. Your entire town must die for this offence. I don't think I've seen that one, right?
That side's a bad place for tourists these days.
I didn't have to notice how high my bounty got before I went out. So this is the cheapest option. Excuse me? Well, fuck you.
Hey, give that back! I'll take that, thank you.
How very dare! Not yours anyway. I mean, it probably is hers. Right. So, not happy about that either. Not quite sure what the option is here, because there's got to be a version here that doesn't make me pay vast sums of money for this. I mean, there probably isn't, actually, but I still think I need to take off and nuke it from orbit just to punish everybody. But then maybe it's a bit quick.
That side's a bad place for tourists these days. Whole area's gone to hell.
Wanted to kill Bay from the first time we met. Yeah, I mean, there's other options. I could have dropped her in it, but I want her in prison, not
Neon security! Stop immediately! Don't be stupid! Stop! Now!
We need to move some merch. Yes, let's.
Woo! Got here in time. Right. I believe I need to sell that, and I'm going to sell that.
Freeze! Neon security!
There we go. 10,000 and stolen
You're
items
coming with us.
confiscated. I
We're
haven't
taking
got
any
any.
contraband and stolen property you have on you.
You might want this.
You legged it as well, Steve. You're still going to have to pay 10k for clearing the bounty, though. Assuming you want to clear the bounty.
I have to take my...
That's why I ran to the trade authority there. I don't remember what the fuck they were called though. Because that way I could at least get rid of my stolen goods for a profit. Not get... I'm so tempted to just shoot her for opening her mouth there. Well, I got the cost down as low as I possibly could anyway. It still cost me 10 grand. But yeah, he's definitely got something coming. I would be making damn sure I found a way to get my revenge on him. One way or another. I mean, personally, I'm in favour of just waiting until he sticks his nose out of doors and putting a bullet through his skull. Preferably from a long way away with the sniper rifle, and watch his brain splatter through the scope and then disappear, and nobody knows any better, do they?
I have the place look cleaner than before.
You take back the contraband guys using the chest. Yeah, that's not a bad idea, guy. Because there's a good chance you might get caught doing that, and then you're back to square one again. Oh, and a fine. So you're kind of worse off in that regard, but... Anyway, I think we need to turn to the key now, don't we? Which, yeah. I think might actually be one to do next time.
Liftoff looks good. All systems
There. Stable orbit achieved, like a toy sailboat released into a calm pond.
Well, actually, I think I'm going to leave that there for now. Not entirely happy with that outcome, but the other outcomes suck too. Yeah, that one ain't. Ah. Harris-Go reward. Stealing stolen goods from the constabulary is a fun option. Yeah, there's definitely some fun to that. Yeah, but it does seem like the kind of guy you might be able to profit from and screw over a bit, but he'd screw you back in some other way and generally cause problems for you and keep coming back and being a bit of a nightmare. Just gave me an idea, actually, so I'm going to write something down. Took that a different direction, I think, but... Yeah. I don't know how I might act on that, but that's an idea. Hopefully a modder will remove the essential tag in your wasted Neon playthrough just to kill him. Yeah. I don't know if he crops up in any other parts of the storyline. I imagine he does in other quests, because he seems like the kind of person who would. There we go. Potential idea added to list of many ideas of things I want to work on. Yeah, no, that was fun. There could be some interesting stuff in Neon. I get the feeling it's not going to be a place I particularly like. But still, interesting nonetheless. So, tomorrow we will return to the Crimson Fleet and turn this particular mission in, and probably turn Estelle there into UC Sistev. I don't think there's anybody else to turn in. I didn't get the vibe that there would be. Didn't seem likely. Maybe the younger Bay brother, but yeah, Freestyle Collective Neon. I don't think I missed anything there. He's intrinsically tied to Neon, says things about every pirate town. Yeah, exactly. And has made it so, really, hasn't he? Quite deliberately, so he can profit from everything. Yeah. Anyway, we'll pick that up tomorrow and go back to Delgado. Presumably make a trip over to the Vigilance and back again. Excuse me. And yeah, should be able to, with all things being equal, I would think we'll get towards the latter stages of, if not get to the end of the Crimson Fleet questline by the end of the week, because we've got Thursday and Friday, so 2 more days of Starfield streams this week. I would think we'd get to the end of the Crimson Fleet probably by the end of the week, and we'll see what comes next week, because that'll probably be... I don't know, we might start taking Andresia with us and have a look at some of her quests, maybe. Maybe consider... I don't know. Might consider doing the next story mission or some other big stuff. We'll have to have a look around. There's also the Freestar Collective, Freestar Rangers quest line that will start at some point. And yeah, probably a ton of other stuff besides. But we'll push on with that. I imagine we'll be back in Neon before too terribly long. So yeah, push on with that next week, I think. Tomorrow, hopefully, we should have an outpost build up, because I've got quite a cool little set of structures that, if you're here at the beginning, you might have got a little glimpse of. That will be coming together, and yes, some interesting bits. It's quite a fun little build, that one. It's only little, but I do quite like it. I've got a couple of other sort of long-term plans for, I don't know, potential builds as well. I was just thinking back to one idea I had, but I might have to do a small version of what I was thinking of, because a large one will probably be a nightmare. But yeah, anyway, that would potentially work. Yeah, I've got both pieces of tech now. I need to install them on my ship, so that'll be one thing to do. Possibly tomorrow daytime, we'll see. I also want to get some time in with Return to Moria, so I can get stuff figured out tomorrow if I can. So with all things going according to plan, I'll try and get this video edited tonight, and we'll see how that goes. Should be cool. But yeah, I'm definitely enjoying this. This Crimson Fleet questline is interesting, doing a whole load of jobs for the fleet in order to get my way in and then hopefully bring them down. It'll be interesting to see how this concludes. I think it should be potentially quite fun. And yeah, I have to make sure I've got everything I want out of the Crimson Fleet's headquarters, the key, before I do that if I can. Which I think I probably have already, but yeah, we'll see. Anyway, folks, we'll jump back into this around about 7:30 probably tomorrow, I would think. And yeah, looking forward to tackling some more. Gonna aim to have a Fallout build-up early next week, I think. Hopefully in time for Halloween, which would probably mean ideally on Monday. Well, Halloween's Tuesday, so Monday or Tuesday. I'm waiting for my atoms to refresh, which will be Friday, so it's a weekend job, that one. And if I can organise it, big if, we'll see what happens. We might play some Return to Moria over the weekend, maybe. We'll see. Yeah, could potentially be fun. Otherwise, yeah, business has. So, thank you for hanging out. Hope you had fun tonight. As I say, about 7:30 tomorrow we'll kick off. But until then, you know where all the buttons are, like subs, social media links, merch store, all that stuff down below, and notification bell, and so on and so forth. And check out the channel memberships if you haven't and you're interested. I do very, very, very much appreciate the support. And yeah, we'll do this all again tomorrow night. So, thank you all for hanging out. Do hope you enjoyed. I'll catch you all around about the usual time tomorrow. So, see you then. Night, folks.